forgot to fucking get this part of things set up. There we go. All right. There we go. Iggy, hi. What's up, Taylor? It's Lord the Husky Boy. Yep. Lord of the Huskies. Same shirt as yesterday. Literally, no, it's not. I was wearing a Skeletor shirt yesterday. Now I'm wearing a Royal Blood one. Alright, get the bowl loaded up. All that good shit. Take a press from work and all that shenanigans. Now we get this smoked out. Then we'll have to see what's in store for us tonight. Nice. That was good. That was good. Just been laughing with this funny scene from House of the Dragon finale all night. I haven't really seen House of the Dragon or most of the Game of Thrones stuff, so. This kid's cap. I don't have one. Is that like your little nickname for my Chicago hat? I noticed you mentioned a kid's cap whenever I'm wearing that hat. Yep. Well, might need some better materials. Kind of frame dry. At least with the hat, like the kid cap thing. The bedazzled one, I mean, I'm fine with because it is bedazzled. Same thing you do every night. Plan for world domination. Well, that's obviously, what I have to have in the back of my mind and ponder and make sure that every plan gets into that. Whoa. Whoa, bro. Diddy. Jesus. With your fucking insane, like, going fucking emo status with my name, like, no. Like, Jesus. Did you go to the last day celebration of the Voice Center, Mom? I was working today, so I couldn't go to that. I honestly didn't even know it was today until I like checked out Reddit on a break. And I was like, oh fuck, that was today, because I saw some pictures and some videos, and I was like, god damn it. It's like I honestly wanted to kind of go to that, but oh well. I mean, I kind of had the last little celebration technically with the Louder Lit bike ride, so there was that. There were fireworks at that one, so. Though, albeit, it was probably a little bit more unruly, one. There you go. What's up, Dana? What's up, Do I miss being a woman? What? Oh my god, we got another one of these fucking idiots. How can I miss being a woman if I never was? My God. I love that there are some people in here that legit like look at me and are like, "This obviously is a woman, bro." It's like, like no. And honestly, I've always said it. Even if I was, who gives a fuck? Like, who gives a shit? Why do you care? What the? What? Hector is going to be running 3 on the Civics. What in the bot chat is the what? I don't even know how to respond to any of that. Rip Lloyd Center. Yeah, it sucks that Lloyd Center's gone. But, you know, like, I do like what they're going to be doing with it in the future. So I'm not really, like, too saddened by it. So, I mean, like, it's gonna be like kind of like a mixed zone housing area, you know, from what I understand. So I'm kind of like hoping to eventually, you know, see what the result of that is gonna look like. Oh my God, someone's obviously projecting some insecurities of themselves. Louis the pedo. You don't even know what you're fucking referring to or talking about. You just want to blast out that you're probably secretly a pedo by being all upset that you think there's people out there that have the same struggles as you do with this fucking problem. So it's kind of a little silly that I know I'm probably I guess I'm not good, but I do find it a little silly that you know the first fucking thing that comes out of these people's mouths and shit like this is like pedo alert. So you just look around the world and you just suspect and you see pedophiles everywhere you go. There's only one real legitimate excuse for that, and it's because you struggle with that. Well, not me or anyone else, but you. They're just going to turn it into housing. Yeah, they're going to be turning it into like some different housing, and I think at least like the first level of some of these apartments and shit, they're going to also have like some businesses there as well. And from what I understand, I think they're going to try to at least, you know, keep the ice rink, you know, or I at least you know keep like, you know, the memory of it, or at least keep that as kind of like the center of the spot. So I mean, from what I understand, parts of like the Lloyd Center Mall is still going to kind of be there. It's just going to be repurposed into new shit, on top of most of it being torn down anyway. So, like I said, I'm not really like super saddened by it. Can't ice skate worth shit? Well, me neither, but I do know there are techniques to do it, but I've just never had the chance to try them and at least just like get the hang of it. And also, I feel like I'd literally like cut my arm open or something, or accidentally like damn near like cut my leg off. Oh God, man, I thought I was gonna be in a mood for some of these trolls and shit, but I'm just not. You're just getting timed out. Does this literally look like a creeper van, or does it look like a fucking apartment building, or you know, a room to an apartment, dipshit? Does a creeper van literally have like a master fucking setup shit, like fucking dunce? How many hats do I own? Uh, a lot. There's 4 people when I just commented. You can't respond to what I stand up for. Who the fuck are you again? All you said was, "Let me get a hit." No, you're not getting one. You land on this one. How far are the rest of them? They're not, but I have my particular favorites that I like. And this one literally is like a one of a kind. Like this is literally like has not been reproduced or remade. And it's from like a ska-core band that I, friends with and local with, like, here in the city. So yeah, I'm gonna be repping their shit. And also, you just kind of made it my own too. It's to the point where the band members pretty much immediately recognized me and they're like, "Oh yeah, it's you." I'm like, "Yeah, it's a me." Because there's only 5 of these hats that were ever made, and they all had like a different look to them, and I decided to pick this one. We need 2 of them. Oh, I want to cover it up. Nah. Or you could just not care. Like, I don't know why you have such a fixation on a fucking hat, but okay, bro. I've also had this thing for like at least probably like 4 years now. 3 for sure. And also shocker, especially if it that has been like worn, especially like off and on for like 3 years. Yeah, 10 looks a little worn out. Can't date you. I don't even know you. And I'm not exactly active in like searching and ready to mingle kind of shit. I don't, like such a random question from someone I can't really see a profile pic of either. I mean, I legitimately probably have a better gauge if I had that. I'd be like, I don't know, you look alright. Yeah, why not? You look like you'd be cool to hang out with. I just makes it a lot easier to make the assessment if I know what I'm working with. Yeah, bish, Jesus. I'm just giving you the brass tacks. That's all. Goddamn. Jesus King. No. Jesus would be revolted at you saying that, by the way. He would tell you to get thee hence and he never knew thee. Man, you fucking Christians, bro. That's so ridiculous because he never, ever fucking actually proselytized in the way that, Christ, represents. Which also would mean that you wouldn't be doing it in the first place, by the way. You'll lead with action. Not, by proselytizing and annoying the shit out of people. Stop smoking, you bitch. Okay, you're like, can I date you? And now you're just like doing this. Like, you're just like literally losing every shot now at this rate. Just can see that's why. Yeah, like you can't be just so aggressive out of nowhere. Like, goddamn. See, I am because I just choose to because I, at this current conjecture in my time of life right now, is that it wouldn't be beneficial for me. On the virtue that I just don't have time for it. Can I date you, bro? Oh my god. I was joking. Oh, so you're walking it back now? It's male, female. You really are incapable of telling. Do you not have eyeballs? Do you not hear my voice? Oh my god, there are just some people that just like they're so obsessed with trans people or something where they just are incapable of being like, hey yo, like are you a dude or a woman? It's like observe, like I don't know, look. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like a cis man and I get annoyed with it. I can only imagine what trans people feel with this shit. Because good lord, at least for me it's annoying. Because I like trying to put a man's voice on, because that's my voice. That's just my voice. I'm not putting on any voice. This is literally just my voice, bro. Like what? I'm not putting up anything. I'm just being me. So you're cis man? No, a cis man. CIS cis. What's cis? It basically it essentially just literally means that you're the gender that you were born with. That's just literally what it means. Just like if you were born male and that's what you identify, but that's just literally what it means. It's just used in like different contexts and like when it comes to like social issues stuff like that to differentiate when it comes to someone being trans or not. So it's just a way to at least colloquially differentiate from that. Sounds like a made up gay word. Most pretty much all words are made up. Like words in language evolve and change and are made up all the time and everything. Like, I mean, I have to do a trans because you thought I was a woman. So, like, which you're not the only one for whatever fucking reason. It's like, to have people not seen a dude with long hair before or something? Like, I don't get it. So it's literally on the verge. I have to explain to people just on the like because they're just not observant. So please, people, Jessica, let me just help you out. Lad, are you emo? No. The personal style is that of a trans person or Kamala voter. That is the most absurd random assessment I've ever heard. Like, what? One, I'm not trans, and two, I never voted for Kamala Harris, nor would I ever. Why would I vote for that corporate sellout cop? You're high and angry. I'm not angry at all, really, actually. I'm just chilling. I'm just chilling in Cedar Rapids. Please, someone understood that reference. I don't even know how that's still in my head. Oh, wait. It's because not that long ago, like a week or two ago, we did a bit where I was pretending to be Hillary. Oh my god, that's why. I still have her essence in me. Ugh. Ugh. At least it's. You know what? I was gonna say something, but I don't even agree with it. I had to stop myself before I said it. I was gonna say that at least it's better than Israel comes to me in my dreams. But nothing tops that shit, bro. Haley Stevens literally going, Israel comes to me in my dreams. It's like, my guy. I mean, just why? Like, even if there's paid to be grifted by APAC or not, or whatever, you genuinely believe in it, like, why would you say that? Dude, Kamala even had Megan Minaj on her campaign trail, lost all respect. And what's weird is because isn't she a little bit more MAGA leaning and like pro-Trump? See, that was girl's voice. That was too good. Yeah, because I'm mimicking Haley Stevens. The candidate that was running against El Sayed in the Michigan primary. Yeah, because when I do bits, I will do voice work with that too. I can do a Trump if you want me to. I can do that. Folks, I just had a nice, good McDonald's liquidy shit right in that diaper. Oh, it was gnarly, folks. Let me just tell you. Like, have you never heard of someone that, like, even as an amateur, likes to do, like, improv? Not even close to a girl's voice. I literally don't understand why you're so obsessed about it, but okay. Like, you know, there are dudes out there that have, like, octave ranges and shit, right? Yes, I, as the president, no, we need to initiate all the missiles at Hamas in Iran. We need to do it. We need to bomb. What do you mean we don't have any more? We have it all. Just send them out. Just send them all out. That's funny. Have a great day. Well, hey, I mean, I'm still chilling about it. Whatever. I mean, I'm just gonna keep doing bits and doing my shit. Whatever. Like, I mean, it's fun for me. I like doing it. Especially the Trump one. That really gets people's goat. Dude, there are even Trump supporters that'll be like, okay, that actually is pretty good. I'm like, yeah, it's, I mean, Trump is really easy to make fun of, okay? Including his mannerisms and his voice. It's not that hard. It really isn't. I mean, at least me as a radical leftist, literally the only good thing about Trump is just that. Is that he's easy to impersonate and make fun of. That's it. Because he is just a fucking memeable fuck. I mean, and he knows it, but not in the way that he realizes. Like, honestly, like, he knows that he's, like, kind of a meme, but doesn't realize, like, the spectrum of it. He just looks at it from the, you know, pearly lens of, like, I'm all good. I'm the best. Including his supporters and his followers. But at least, like, with, you know, everyone else, they'll just fucking meme on him for anything. So I'll pay for entire trans surgery if you want to go thank me later. How about, you know, like, I pass that down, you know what I mean? Like, pass it along. It's like, yeah, I actually didn't mean to order that, but pass it along to the next person. How about that instead? And I'll even give a name to someone that, you know, I'll be like, hey, give it to that person. I know people. But I know you're not serious about it, so. I mean, honestly, because I know you're not, because if you actually knew the process financially, like, when it comes to the entire transition process, you'd realize it costs, like, I don't know, like, a lot of fucking money in a privatized healthcare system. I mean, where it, especially for something that's elective like that, I mean, it is legitimately, like, even beyond, like, tens of thousands of dollars. And that's probably just for their surgery alone. That's not including, you know, physical therapy, other factors of, like, surgery recovery, you know, like, all that shit. So it's like, I mean, yeah, collectively at the end of the day, all said and done, it probably costs, like, hundreds of fucking thousands. Trans surgery for everyone, even if you're not trans, you get one anyway. You know what? Fuck it. Can I at least elect how I want it done? Can I keep my dick and balls, but you just, like, kind of put a vagina in between, you know, like, where my taint is or something, and then I just grow tits, and then I'm just, like, all the above? Like, as a true ultimate ascended bisexual, I even ascended, you know, physically as a bisexual by having all the bits and being attracted to all the bits, you know what I'm saying? You know, you know what I mean? Like, I have truly ascended as a bisexual to even physically being bisexual. Said both of them at the same time. Dude, I've literally have talked about this before. Because ultimately, when it comes to, like, my gender, I really don't give a fuck. Like, I mean, I would totally be cool with, you know, the idea in, like, a future society where we have, like, transhumanism kind of shit going on, where that's options for people. You know, maybe, you know, in the early, you know, iterations of that, it would be a little bit more, you know, you know, like, a little bit more simplistic or a little bit more rudimentary. But as time, advances and shit like that, I mean, imagine some of the cool things that people could just be like, do with their shit. You know what I mean? Like kind of almost like cyberpunk kind of shit. But I will say there should at least be regulation where it's like unless the enhancements only like increase to a certain degree, but not to like an immense point where you're like literally a Hulk and you have like gorilla hands or some shit. You know what I mean? Like obviously there should be a limit to a certain degree, but why the fuck not? What are you talking about? What Sebastian said. Trans surgery for everyone. Even if you're not trans, you're getting it anyway. It's because, dude, there's trolls on here, Harley, that literally, for whatever reason, whether to rage bait me or something, think I'm trans. I literally don't understand it. Like, I got fucking fuzz of shit. I got this. Like, where are my tits? You know what I mean? Like, oh, what the fuck, bro? Like, if I'm trans, I'm like the most like non-transitioning trans to ever be trans. You know what I mean? It's like Husky is a Teletubby. What's up, Phoebes? What to do? But you aren't. No shit, Harley. I know that. But at a certain point, I do just kind of play into it, while still being like, oh, I'm actually, bro, because like, I really don't understand some people's observation. You know what I mean? Like, I've met trans people where even in the back of my mind, I'm still like, yeah, they still kind of represent more leaning to their like sex of origin or whatever when they were born, but literally everything else about them isn't, right? Like, so yeah, I can kind of get it sometimes, but it's always just back of my head where I'm like, I have to stop for half a second to make sure I say he, or, instead, or she for the vice versa. But that's like a rarity. I mean, honestly, just because it's like, even then, there's enough there to kind of get the fucking hint. And frankly, there's been plenty of cis men and cis women that straight the fuck up, like, are like more feminine or masculine, vice versa, or whatever, respectively, in comparison to their average cis counterparts. Like, and so it's like they're not trans though, but they get it passed, I guess, because they're like, oh, they're a femboy or something or whatever. It's like, it's just confusing and stupid. But at the end of the day, though, I am a goddamn motherfucking Teletubby. So there is that. What a nice pair of titties. Oh my god, Harley, of course you fucking say that. You always like to come in here being like, hey, what's up, you big hunk of dick boy or some shit. I'm just like, what are you doing? I'm just sitting here like, why? What are you doing, my guy? Like, can't you just hit me up on Telegram doing that instead? Why does it have to be here? If anyone in our friend group could be mistaken for trans, it'd probably be me. Honestly, it would literally be one of either of us, frankly. Because you cross-dress, so there is that, which is already like a step closer. The difference is that you just got more of a, like, hair, you got hairy legs, and shit. So there's like a few other factors where it's like, yeah, I'm a dude though. But yeah, I mean, you could honestly, legitimately, especially if you like go like really go full on like Dr. Up status, not just like whip the dress up stuff, but like literally like go clean shave, put the makeup on and stuff, and really doctor yourself up a little bit. Like, you literally unironically probably would be mistaken straight up for being like a trans person or something. So yeah, and frankly, I could see myself too being like that. Like, if I were to go all out and darken myself up like that, I could see that too. You know what? I'm okay with that. I don't care. Sometimes you gotta explore the opposite sex a bit and see how see what the fun's about. You know what I mean? Gotta make sure we got this all filled. I'm doing an advice thing that Phoebe has told me about, so I'm doing this instead, and it is actually definitely I feel like it's been helping. At least as far as I can tell, I don't think my other streams recently have been age gated, outside of maybe like one. So I think so far we're doing kind of a good job. I still got to wait for the processing on YouTube's end now, because at least the AdSense is approved and that went through. So now it's literally just waiting. I know, honestly, I'm probably gonna not realize it, but then like I'll see like super chats or memberships now available, and someone will send one. I'll be like, oh shit! I'm like, when did that happen? Man, I will admit that will be a really cool thing to see, eventually on that shit. Because I do want to at least make like some goals and some stuff like that, with some of it. I mean, nothing like too extraordinary. Like maybe for like I don't know, like let's say I got like a bottle of whiskey or some shit. I'd be like, all right, for $5, or for like every $10 added, via super chats, collectively, there will be something like that. I won't like say it like that, but I'll be like, hey, I'll have a little something something, or I'll just say like McCormick or whatever. I'll just say the name instead. Be like, I'm taking a shot. I'll be like, I'll have a McCormick or whatever. I'll have like a code word for it or something at least. I will say it's a little annoying because YouTube is kind of ridiculous about that shit. I mean, I will say I have noticed, at least with a lot of different streams or content that does have it around, or even when the content creator is even overtly saying, "Yeah, I have whiskey here" or some shit. I'm drinking this while I'm in here doing this content or whatever. Never, nothing happens to that shit. So, yeah, they're just YouTube's just fucking weird about it. It's like they're fine with it, but they're not. If you're like showing it or something, it's like, okay, what difference does it make if it's in a glass or if it's in like some cup or some shit versus the bottle or the fucking can it came from? I will say, at least for the stoner antics, that one's weird coin toss. At least I've noticed, because I can just get away with saying it's just tobacco, and sometimes that is true. There is some of that being smoked, so it's like, all right, I can just excuse it for that. I mean, at least that one I can kind of get away with a little bit. And plus, there's been plenty of people that overtly are like rolling a joint, smoking it, and there's like you can see it's a joint, or they have a pipe and they're smoking out of that. It's like again, it's another thing that YouTube's weird with. Like, if they let it all, like, this is also another thing, especially with the like, this is not made for kids, kind of shit too. Is that like, what's the point if one, they could get through, and two, you still treat various different channels of content as like they're there anyway, even if they aren't. It's like, like age gating and all this other shit. It's like, what's the point when we are already like doing that? Basically, you know what I mean? It's like it really needs to legitimately like get more streamlined in a way that's just fucking better. But I don't know. Maybe their stupid AI shit should probably not be a thing, and have actual people, at least to some extent, be on the back end of this shit. Oh my god, I just realized, especially the monetization stuff. Oh man, I know for certain things I'm probably going to be like, there's literally nothing wrong that happened here. Why is it demonetized, and try to appeal it? Oh my god, I'm going to have to do that probably a little bit more often than I want to. That's going to be fun. I just realized that will be some pills to deal with. But at least, as things stand now, I think it should be okay. the real issue that comes from that, I think, is mostly just for the music factor at that point. You know, because I try to at least limit what is played, or at least especially if it's more popular than not. You know, when it comes to like how well known it is, or like what label signed them and shit like that. Like, you know, like the rap songs that everyone knows kind of shit. Like, yeah, I'm not playing that. Like, that's immediately copyright bait, and that's just why no. So, and that also means, you know, the monetization shit. So it's just like, well, I can snip it out, edit it up, and all this other shit, and then repeal it, you know, but sometimes that doesn't always work, and YouTube's AI bullshit doesn't always, you know, want to cooperate either. Thanks, expressions you're making makes it quite clear to be Islamophobic. What? I'm talking about YouTube, bro. What? The fuck are you on about, my guy? Huh? Can you like elaborate? Like what? Because I'm making hand motions when I talk? Huh? Can you like elaborate this one, my guy? Am I gonna at least get something or no?
Woo! Long week.
I feel you with that. You may be Post Malone, but you don't have to be Islamophobic.
Oh,
What literally does that even mean, bro?
That's what I got for free.
Oh shit!
On the apartments, we could use this. I don't think they'd leave it there for free on the like you know the lobby area.
Well, yeah, they'll have like a spot where people will leave stuff out. Yeah.
This looks like they will work. I don't have a phone or anything that can hook up to
Me
this.
neither, but because my phone doesn't have aux. But
we have a speaker that could hook up to this. You know the shitty. No, that won't work. You have to play music through it to make this work.
Does this?
No, we'd have to have something that's already playing music.
Yeah.
To do, they would just connect to Bluetooth and play, and you wouldn't be able to hear it for this.
Well, if there's an aux on it and you plug it into that, would it? No. I know. I guess not. No. You're right. Yeah.
But I don't know how we test this. We could maybe test it on the drum kit because I do have the fucking adapter thing.
Well,
here, let me see if we're
around.
We're gonna need some of these. We're gonna need these for the drum kit and other shit.
Yeah. Especially that you're making this how a person would support Israel. So that's what it's all. That's what it's all about. Here, newsflash, bro. Fuck Israel. Israel shouldn't exist as a nation state. And fuck Zionism, and fuck that savage, barbaric, dogmatic, genocidal culture. And that nation state, too. So, newsflash, I fucking hate Israel, detest them. With every atomic particle of my fucking being. Oh, but I guess the mannerisms mean I do support it or something. Because God fuck forbid someone makes, like, you know, being expressive while they're talking. Overconcentrating only to appear as an Islam ally. Well, I'll tell you this much. I'm an atheist too, by the way. So I'm not fond of Islam as a religion, but I have no problem with Muslims. I have a problem with jihadists and fanatics and other extremists, but when it comes to Muslims and shit, I got no fucking problem with them. Like El Sayed, Mamdani, they're fucking great, and I support them all the way because they're fucking awesome, really great men. Like honestly, they're really great dudes. Do you know who the Gorillas are? Yeah, I know about the Gorillas. I don't listen to him a lot, but I fucks with the Gorillaz a bit. All these AI chatbots crack me up. Dude, I know. Like, wow, an atheist who, yeah, doesn't like Abrahamic beliefs, but also can still say that I support people and I want them to at least, have the right to be what they want to be, including when it comes to their personal spiritual belief systems. And also advocate for the plight, Palestinian people and Iranian people. And, yes, a predominantly Muslim population that is being terrorized by the Zionist state of Israel. Both things can be true at once. And shocker, that don't sound Islamophobic. That sounds like a pretty nuanced take about things. As long as you prove who they are. I don't inherently approve of, like, the belief system of being Muslim or religious or anything, because I'm not. But you know what? Yeah, so I don't inherently approve of it. But at the end of the day, I don't care. Ultimately, does it impact me or, like, in some personal way? No, it doesn't. That's not how advocacy works. Yeah, it doesn't. That's not how it works. What? What are you doing? Well, I figured it did. Oh my god. Yeah. I have to dress my boy over here. What the hell is going on with this shit?
It's kind of legit, dude. And then just imagine on this.
Maybe I can start actually. Well, now I can actually start, maybe try to switch up do shit a little more. I did like want to kind of, after seeing a couple outfit with it, kind of, I'm like, man, yeah, just kind of lightly, but I was like, man, I'm not really good at this much, Well, really not that work because a lot of times I'm just sitting there waiting. I literally just on that line, just hold my shirt up. Not even just that, but sometimes people play the music and I'm tapping the buttons. I do. I just tap, but I can't double tap so much. Then I'm like, I remember when you got our drums. Yeah, I know. I'm like, boom. And the curse sativa, yes, please. Is the Islamophobe here? Lol. Muslims won't be having unless you submit Islam's actual skirt. Oh my god. Yeah, because if you actually talk to a Muslim, that's totally exactly what they think. But Christians love to do that shit a lot. I get that shit all the time on my stream when it comes to Christians, trying to proselytize their deaf cults. I never have gotten that from a Muslim. God, he punished you. Oh man, whatever shall I do? I'm so scared. Fuck his nuts because he doesn't like beliefs. Because I'm white and that's probably it. Is the white guy like a Nazi or something? Why has he got a chiseled kind of diamond jaw thing or something, bro? What's going on? Why does he look Aryan or something, bro? Are you Nazi? Fuck no, I'm not. Obviously not. Nazi punks could go fuck off. Dead Kennedys, fucking made that pretty clear back in the day. Like, oh, totally, bro. Ay, bro. Weak version of one. Of what? A weak version of what? Man, people just love to just like blurt shit without knowing shit, do they? What's bro trying to say? I don't even know what these people. You know what? I think we need it. We're doing it, and this time, we're doing this. Usually do chat delay, but I'm in a mood, which includes not being in the mood to be dealing with some of the bullshit. American proud of it. Well, that's kind of unfortunate that you're proud of it. In this day and age, that's kind of a bold thing to be saying. Oh man, I'm American, but I'm an American ashamed. I at least have humility to understand that, yeah, we're kind of a laughingstock and embarrassment on the fucking world stage. I can at least understand that as an American. And know that it's going to probably take at least a generation or so for us to even get remotely close to being trusted again. So, yeah, I don't know. Not something I exactly be proud of right now. Do you feel less the whole when you jerk off? Nah, I only do that after I fucked your mom and then I let your dad get a turn afterwards after he's been in the cuck chair long enough. And plus, he's too much of a whimpering bitch, so I don't want his dick in me.
Take your daily breath.
Whoa! That dodge was what the fuck?
I got it for free from work. It's fat, like, hot dog hoagie roll things.
Well, I'm so glad that did not fuck
I
shit
threw them
up.
high to the right.
And I dodged it. One of them, like, just plopped, and the other one, like, just perfectly...
I seen a tray. I was like, okay, we're going this way.
And somehow
Dude,
the tray...
Dude,
those are actually kind of some nice bits, yeah.
Bro, we can get the, like, Polish sausages out the,
Yeah. And actually get them grilled. Oh, my God. I've been waiting to have a proper...
Take these half and put a little butter on them, and then grill them on the grill. And if...
You already know.
If they start, like, getting kind of... We throw them in the freezer.
Well, yeah.
It'll still be good. Just defrost them later.
Yeah. I like that. Just literally assaults me with bread. Also, this is open. One of them could have fallen out of that. Why don't we get off the subject of Monster? I just got off inside of yours. Damn. Well, fuck. Touche. All right. Game recognized game. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I mean, fair enough.
Bro, I'm so happy I transferred. I just did a calculation. Before taxes, I basically made $2,000 in the past 2 weeks.
Nice.
But then I get taxed pretty hard. But still, bro, that's pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I got a juicy check coming, and I've got way too much cash already. I have to take that shit to the bank.
Get it all in there, saved up.
I don't want like $400 or $500 just being
just chilling, loosey goosey.
Yeah.
That's no branos. You know.
And I got a full tank of gas. That actually something.
Oh, that is, yeah.
That's like $50+ right there.
Mm-hmm.
Which is more than that if you go to the like typical gas stations. You know, I go to the cheap.
Oh yeah, you find like
I go out of the way.
Yeah, well, yeah, like especially with the fucking gas shit these days. Yeah, I'd go out of my way to find cheap shit too.
I would say like the average gas is probably like $4.60 around here. and I'm getting it 407. So like, say you get a 14-gallon tank, right? What's that's 58 cents per gallon, and then 14. That's like almost 15 bucks
Nice.
in savings.
You're good, El Subtron. Nah, you're good, Ad. Honestly, that's why I was kind of like, damn, the game recognized game a bit when he came back and had a little clap. That's why I was like, you know what? I just have to respect the game there at that one. Oh, sorry, I sold it to, yeah, I sold it off for crack money.
Yeah, that's what your mom did a fucking eat
Okay, that fell flat. I saw it when you were trying to cook.
What is that? What is it? The E, what are the Emirates? Is what's the hyphen?
The UAE,
The UAE. That's what I was.
United Arab Emirates.
Yeah. You know how they are with their little sex slaves.
Damn. Honestly, she probably literally would just.
The same thing with the Saudi princes, you know, the Saudi Arabian princes.
I mean, she
You know,
literally
they
would
got-
probably just want to hang out just outside, just like, oh, it's sunny, it's warm. I don't like being cold. I like the warm.
You know, the Saudi princes, bro. You know, they got their little fetishes for the Marilyn Monroe and shit. You know,
Well, I mean, my mom ain't like no Marilyn Monroe,
they
but
just it's like a thing. They like white women. It's like a domination of the West thing.
I'm pretty sure my mom over the years, especially on Facebook and shit, has fallen for
Oh yeah,
like.
that's true.
There was one time where she had like a pen pal who was from like Nigeria or some
Your mom
shit.
Likes them, those sandy peoples. If you know what I'm saying.
I would not say it like that ever again. That was just a little.
It's a little too diabolical.
That's a little. That's a
You
little
know what they
too.
used to call 'em? You know the.
Yes. Don't.
When my mom told me about that, I was like, God damn, really? Jesus Christ, that's so racist.
Yeah.
That's more racist than calling somebody a gook. That's just organic. Like, I don't even know where that came from.
I know it really was predominantly
Kind of like
popular.
wetback.
Well,
It's like, where does that? I know it's bad, but there's like a story behind it.
well, okay. For the first one, that came from predominantly like a lot of the Chinese predominantly like immigration from like the late 1800s and like early 1900s for a bit. That's where it started to get a little popular, but then it really got popular during the Vietnam
Yeah.
war and shit
The
predominantly.
Korean War as well.
Or yeah, the Korean War, yeah, but it didn't really popularize until the Vietnam War because that was pretty much like the predominant curriculum for VC, the NVA, like
Yeah.
someone from Vietnamese who happens to be from the north, pretty much.
I attack you. Just went bud.
Oh, Harley says, "What's up?"
Oh, hey man, how you doing? Long time no see.
Yeah, what's up, my boy?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see you when we see you, I guess.
Yeah, you should actually say what's up and like shit, like
What happened with the coast trip and
yeah,
and,
like what were you? Yeah,
no response? You don't like the ocean anymore?
is the ocean balls to you now?
Nah, it's okay. Everybody flaked. Nobody came. You even flaked.
Dude, I honestly, I was kind of like, all right,
I gave you time.
I know, and I literally, but when you came back.
shit. I
and
walked
it
dogs, came back.
I know,
did
and then
more
I
shit.
was just like, I literally like, all right, you ready to kind of go, man? You want to try it? And I was like, I literally just kind of moan, groan, like,
Bro, the way you were, I was like, I don't want you to come. I literally
I was like,
I was like, he's just gonna be a burden. I was like, it would not be fun.
and honestly, silver lining, I'm kind of glad because you sound like you really went like crash mode at the end of it all, and you're like,
Well,
whoa.
if I didn't do the fucking
The hike?
sprint to the, I fucking sprinted uphill, dude.
Well,
I thought I had less time than I did. Because once I got to the top, because we were in the forest, you
Yeah.
can't tell
well,
where the
because
sun's
it's
at.
shaded more.
So
yeah.
I ran up, and I had like a good half hour to an hour before that sun would fully go down. Also, because it's ocean, you get extra like 15 minutes
Yeah.
of sun.
Well,
There's
yeah,
no-
because you got that event horizon.
Yeah. So I overdid it, bro. I literally like strained both my knees, and like basically sprained my ankle.
Well,
I fucked myself on that one.
yeah.
Yeah,
Damn.
I was literally so tired. I was planning on going to like Cannon Beach, hitting the Hug Point at least to go down there because check the tides. I'd be able to go down there and take pictures of my little camp cave,
Yeah.
so I could like tell people like, hey,
This is where it's at.
this is where it's at. And then I was gonna hit like Seaside or something and go to like a brewery, and then I was gonna either crash there in town or drive home, depending on how I feel.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh, Harlow was saying he was dealing with personal stuff with his family.
oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, like he won't have to explain himself.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
that's fair.
Yeah.
But
Hey, I've been dealing with some personal shit with my family this week too, man. Michael's been on one, and Michael's supposedly sober and didn't get kicked out because half the fucking halfway house would have been kicked out that month. So the guy who runs it basically was like, "You can't kick all these motherfuckers out. You need to give them more time," and basically got them 3 more months. Michael's lucky ass.
Jesus.
Just always fucking getting lucky. So now he's like, I don't need to drink anymore. I got more time. I'm like, you still need to get a job, idiot. And then he's all like, fuck you. I don't know if that's a gun or fireworks.
No, those are fireworks. I heard like one of them going shh, yeah, like a firework.
But yeah, no, I was like,
The fuck?
I basically like, Mom, he's never going to get a job. And if he never gets a job, he's very much a worthless life. It's like his life is worthless.
Yeah.
Like you gotta work, dude, or get on disability. But he procrastinates that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Bro's got forms he needs to turn in by a deadline
Yeah.
for this bit of disability, and he, you know him, he just makes excuses. He was supposed to pick that fucking bag up 4 days in a row. It's
And
still
just-
there, right?
What, outside?
Yeah.
Is it that white bag?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still there.
And my mom's like bitching me out about it all week to do it, and then he never comes and gets it.
When it
I'm
all
literally getting hated on by my mom. She's like, he needs clothes. I know you got clothes that don't fit you. I'm like, not just that, Mom. I have some of his jeans. I still have
and
some of
also-
his clothes
yeah.
from when he was at my place.
And also,
Like-
it's like, he literally just has to just swing by.
There's 3 buses. Who wanna? You need to, bro, literally goes to fucking class at Hollywood Transit Center area. He has to go there for like being sober class to get his rent paid. Just hop on the fucking Max.
Yeah, like, what
You're
the
already
fuck?
down there, bro. The excuse it's 3 buses is
Literally,
being a bitch ass.
and also,
It's,
like,
mommy, I don't want
yeah,
it,
it's like
mommy.
literally
It's him
just-
literally giving his mommy an excuse.
yeah,
You know why? Because if he gets the saffron, it might actually help redo his brain, and they'd have no reason to stop drinking. Like,
yeah.
and actually have the serotonin, dopamine shit fixed, supposedly. Maybe he's afraid that he'll get fixed, and then he can't drain everyone again anymore. Because that's what he's used to. He's used to mommy taking care of him. He reverts
Mhm.
back to being 6 and being abused. That's a lot of time what people do with
You know-
addiction. They go back to when they were abused. Like
Yes, I know
source.
about, like, with shit like that.
I'm not gonna be his daddy.
Well, no one should. It's just,
The
he's
only
a
reason
fucking,
I'm gonna show up and see him is so I can get my fucking money that he owes me.
yeah,
With the fucking card stuff,
right, yeah.
he needs to give me fucking info so I can get that money. I've got like $60 waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll just fucking get my shit expunged and do it myself
There you go.
without his help. Like, it's just a shame. I only have one brother, really. We live in the same town. What the fuck? Just get a fucking job, bro.
Dude, you know he's not going to.
No, I know. That's what I told Mom. Like,
So what's the point of repeating that when you know it's just not going to happen?
Because I don't want him draining my mom. It's actually abusive. He's literally stealing money from my mom and time and energy from my mom.
No, you're not wrong. It absolutely is. Because I won't disagree with that shit at all.
All I can do is be like, Mom, stop. Mom, stop.
Yeah, she literally needs to be convinced to just, like, cut and, like, quit that shit. Because
It's hard to let one of your children just die. It's a different relationship. You know what I
Sure.
mean? But I basically been like, fuck you, get a job. And then he's like, fuck you. You would be dead if it wasn't for me. Like, total gaslighting all week.
And guilt
Crazy.
trip bullshit.
Oh, yeah.
Too.
Then he said, Mom. Like, he texted me as if I was mom because
Oh
he's drunk.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Doesn't realize what he's doing. And he's like, why did you put all your eggs in one basket with Logan? You should have invested in me. Because I would be a good parent and Logan would be a terrible
It's
parent.
not like she.
And I'm just
did
like,
it, 'cause
wow,
she literally
dude.
did.
I'm like, that is some crazy,
Insane shit.
insane
to say.
shit to say. First off, I have experience with children, literally professionally.
Mm-hmm.
Second, you're a fucking alcoholic with no job.
I'm definitely great with kids. Said
We
no one
all
ever.
literally thought you would grow up to be a pedophile because your dad was a pedophile and made you do things to other children when you were a child. Like, that's what everyone thought you were going to be.
Yeah.
So I guess because he's not a murderer and a pedophile, he's a success. Like,
I mean,
bro,
like
my mom
or
is-
at least for that particular specific,
it's
sure,
weird. Me
but
and my
that's
mom
it.
go back and forth. I'm like,
That
I'll
doesn't
save
mean he's a success on anything else.
Yeah, I'll be like, Mom, I'll save you. I mean, Michael, I'll save you. And then my mom's like, fuck Michael, he's a piece of shit. And then I'm like, I'm done. And then Mom's like, no, we should save him.
Oh my God.
It's like literally back and forth. And I'm just like, no, we both just got to be done. And my mom, you know what she used to say? Michael's got to get living or get busy dying. One of the two. I'm like, that's exactly where I'm at. Like, just fucking die already. Just die, bro. Just fucking die already. Like, you
I
know,
mean, maybe
like,
not to
literally
such a degree, but even my mom's kind of had that with my dad a little bit. But it's
it's like you
he's gonna do what
aren't
he's gonna
living
do,
life. Like, look, either live life or die.
which
you
is
know,
literally
like-
what's probably gonna happen with my dad anyway, too. At least for example of him, because my mom's pretty much accepted the fact that, especially once that.
The other thing is Michael healed his liver. He had cirrhosis of his liver.
Yeah.
Because my mom has magic, and he's got a clean bill of health. He went and he's like, there's nothing wrong with Michael. So he can do this another 10 years. He can trash
It's gonna
him.
catch up to him though.
But I know, that's what I'm saying though, is like, he's not going to die anytime soon just because he's been drinking again. He like fixed himself up enough. And it's just
Well,
like,
yeah, because if you don't do it for a long enough time period, your body will recover from
it's
it.
not that. It's literally like the alternative.
Well, yeah, well, the
medicine.
herbal stuff. Yeah, I get that, but it's still like even
Like, you
with
can't, cirrhosis of the
with
liver,
or without that, like,
you don't just quit drinking and it fixes itself.
well, yeah,
Like-
that no shit.
Anyway, so that's something I'm going to eventually have to tackle. I've been putting it off. Like, I just blocked Michael.
For now, that's just for the best. Just
Eventually, I'm going to have to deal with that. Yeah. I'm not.
well, literally, just like kind of clear your mind, headspace from it for now. Just like
Yeah.
give it space, and then
I swear to God, if Whitney, when we first start hanging out again, she wants to give me advice on my brother, I'm going to be like, no, I do not want to talk about this. It's not because I don't want your advice. I'm just burnt out on this bullshit. Like, not the right time. I do not want to talk
I'm
about
not ready for it.
Nope.
I need the space at the
this.
moment.
Hell no.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Pretty fucking shitty week. I mean, it sounds like Harley had a shitty week too with everything.
Possibly, maybe. Yeah.
Work went all right though. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
today was all right too.
I'm glad I didn't pussy out and be like, I need a mental health day. I'm like glad I actually just went to work. I probably would have felt more like shit
If you didn't,
than
yeah.
not doing shit.
No, for real, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna take a shower.
Because
walk
that's
dogs.
how I feel with work sometimes. It's like, you know, some days I'm like, I really don't want to go, but I feel worse if I just don't. You know, so I just go. And then
Move
honestly,
around a little bit. And
yeah, then honestly, you know,
brain gets distracted.
and I will say sometimes I'm like, damn, I wish we had more people so we can have a cut and maybe I can leave or something. You know, I'll be like that sometimes, but it's whatever, you know. I will feel those days where I'm like, I kind of don't want to be here. Especially when it's so slow.
My job, it'll be slow as fuck, and I'm like, yeah, I'm the first on the schedule that leaves next. So I'm going to be the one they ask to leave. I'm like, hell yeah. And then it gets busy. I'm like, all right, fuck. But I do need money. But I do need money. But damn, I was getting ready to leave.
Facts, bro. Oh my god, I hate that shit.
Yeah, I made basically like $29-ish an hour after taxes this week. So I'm not tripping. I made the right choice.
And also,
going-
despite our kind of weird, like, days being busy and shit, and also kind of dead too, or at least somewhat consistent. It's been kind of a little weird fluctuation. Like we've actually got some decent tips. Even today, we got collectively $3.
Next week
whatever.
might not be so great because they're doing Boost Week, and Boost Week is either great or it's terrible.
Mm.
Because people will do like it depends on what they fucking do. If they do like Boost Week and it's carry out, that means like a normal people that do want delivery, they're just gonna come in and get carry out.
Yeah.
And then you have like just Boost Week in general where they're like 50% off the whole fucking menu. That's usually not great either.
Mm.
Because you attract people that don't normally buy and then they don't tip. So you get flooded with a lot of
Yeah.
bad orders.
Mhm.
And that's more stressful because I'm having to like, hey, motherfuckers,
Okay, at least
this is
Just a
how it
little bit.
works. This is how it works. You
Yeah.
know, I got pen and paper. It's like a restaurant. You literally
Yeah.
have a bill. You need to sign it. Yeah.
yeah,
And that's stress. Having to do that all day and be like, hey,
it can be. Yeah.
it's like borderline begging.
That's also why I just partly hate tip culture because of how like beggy it feels. It's just like it's just such a fucking
And the fluctuations.
that too.
Like, you can't budget.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
there's
buddy.
there's like
You basically just be like, I don't spend money at all. And then like, oh wow, I got more money I thought I was gonna have. And just
which is
pleasantly
also
surprised.
a decent little
pleasantly
yeah,
surprised.
It's like
Yeah. Or you're just like, well, I didn't spend any money and I have less money than I was expecting. And you're like, that's some bullshit.
yeah.
But
It
I'm selling
happens.
the Matrix tomorrow. So there's that.
Nice.
Oh, there was an order. This dude was literally on heroin at a hotel.
Oh my god.
I called him before I got there because I had other orders. And it's a hotel, and I can't deliver to his room. He needs to come to the lobby.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm coming. I'll be there soon. I need you to meet me in the lobby. He sounded like a young dude who was on drugs, right? And then I get to the hotel, call him. He's not picking up his phone anymore.
Damn.
And then I was like, talk to the front desk person. I'm like, can you call his fucking room? Because the phone will ring and he will,
Yeah.
So they picked up the phone and she was like, hey, you got a pizza order down here. You need to come get it and bring your money. And he's like, oh, yeah. They confirmed. I was like, the dude sounds like he's on drugs.
Yeah.
And she's like, yeah. Exactly what you described. And
Damn.
I'm like, I've already been waiting here for 10, 15 minutes. If he doesn't show up in 5, 10 minutes, I'm gone. And I even text my manager about it.
Yeah.
And my manager was like, move on to the next one. And then I was like, I hate these motherfuckers. Dude was on like drugs. And then my manager's like, oh, he was like that on the phone when I took his order. And she's like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have even took his order. She was like
Damn.
apologizing to me.
Because she probably realized in hindsight, like, oh wow, he really was.
Yeah. Then like a half hour later, 5, 10 minutes before we closed, he finally calls the store and he was like pissed and wanted his food.
Probably was trying to use that to help sober up his heroin shit,
don't
but it's
know.
like
I don't know,
whatever,
but-
bro.
Somebody, not me, well, Lyric, she decided she wanted to do another delivery and get the mileage or something.
Yeah.
And she went and did the delivery. And the dude just literally was like, that's like a new order, right? You didn't, like, you remade my order so it's fresh, right? And we're like, no, we're not remaking your fucking order. You can buy the pizza or not. Like, this is what it is.
Yeah.
You can give me the cash.
I
or
would have
not.
just lied and said yes, it is. Wink.
No, we're like, fuck you, all of us. Like, no, fuck
Well,
you. This is what you get. Beggars can't be choosers. Literally, there's no one else open.
Right? Yeah.
This is the only food you're gonna get right
No,
now.
100%.
You
And that's why I'm saying lie.
And
Who
so he
gives a
did,
fuck?
apparently did this, like, you had to like think about it for like a minute or two. And then he was like, okay. And then he opened his wallet up and he just gave her all of his money. Dude was totally on drugs. He didn't even, he just grabbed the whatever was in his
Just a
wallet
wad and just
and
handed
just
it.
handed it to her. So she got like a $20 tip. And so she gave me $5 of the $20 tip because she was like, that's some bullshit. I was like,
That's some shit, bro.
so I'm like, next time I get, because sometimes they want Dutch Bros, like the store.
Mm-hmm.
and we'll trade pizza for coffee.
Yeah.
And I'll a lot of times be getting those orders that are right by the Dutch Bros,
Yeah.
and they'll send me to pick it up, which I don't really mind as
Right.
long as I get free Dutch Bros.
Right. You get
And-
something.
Yeah, and I'm like, next time I'm down there, and I get the free Dutch Bros because I'm a driver.
Yeah.
I'll just buy you buy you something because you gave me that $5. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Yeah.
hook you up.
Well, that's some good shit, you know?
Yeah. Back and
Circulate
forth.
back, you know?
But yeah, that kind of ruined the end of the work week for everybody because most of us it was our Friday. And
Damn.
that just ruined it. And then you had like 2 people trying to come in after it closed that wanted food. And then there's one guy who was pretty adamant.
Oh, we almost had someone like that tonight. Like
this
5
guy,
minutes
this guy
before
started to
closing.
get kind of pissed for a second, but then he went full desperation mode instead. Bro was like, I tried to order, I tried to call, I tried to use the phone, it won't let me order. It's like, because we're closed, dude. We've been closed for like 20 minutes.
Oh my
And
God.
he's like, you don't have any like orders that nobody's picked up, I'll buy it. Like, I'll buy it. And,
Damn.
and I just look at everyone, I'm like, those are my fucking food. And they're like, I don't know, come back in a little bit because these orders, maybe the ones that actually been paid for,
Yeah.
somebody comes in late and picks it up. So they told him like, come back. He's like, oh, cool, I'll wait. He was like
Uh-huh.
really chill all of a sudden. It's like he was desperate to
He
get
got
food.
his hopes up.
Yeah.
Did he at
so-
least get something?
and then he came in and he's like, I will buy the food and I will tip you with like Cash App. He'll like Cash App us the money. And so this is like her because she wants money. And I'm just like, I stepped down. I was like, some of us were gonna take some of that food home, man.
Man, I would have been like,
I was
bro.
like-
I was,
And then I was kind of like, what if we just told you like a pizza, like, or 2? And he was like, yeah, cool, man. That's like, he was so desperate, bro.
he didn't care at this point.
Yeah.
Dude, just let him have something. I mean,
When he first came, he was like, any orders you're gonna throw out, like I'll take them. We're like, no, you're not getting this for free, bro. Fuck no.
Well, at least I will say this. He kind of.
You're holding us up. We're trying to close. Us talking to you is like fucking it up for everyone. Like, no, dude. But he was so desperate. We did sell him 2 of the pizzas, and then he tipped.
I think it's especially because, like, you know what? I don't care. Let me just pay for it. I want something. I'm hungry here.
Yeah,
Like, he probably was hangry and shit, man. You know,
more like he probably had like kids.
yeah,
He had a
maybe,
big ass truck, and I feel like he was from out of town. And
maybe.
he's just like, I just need to find these
And he
kids
probably
some food.
was trying to off and on, maybe while driving, but it's like it wasn't working. Yeah, there's probably some legit.
Now he is stupid because Wincode runs 24 hours.
Oh.
That is kind of, you can literally like grocery store open in your Google phone and it would pop up.
Sure,
Several Wincodes.
Yeah, I mean, I think the dude was just looking for the closest thing, and that's just what it was. I mean,
In the end, it
either
was
way-
legit. But it was just like I was kind of just already peed the fuck off. I was like, I'm pissed
especially
off.
after all
Yeah.
that other bullshit.
And the guy, he didn't just call the store. He tried to call me through the app several times, and I was just like, oh my god, if this fucker calls me one more time, I'm gonna pick up the phone and cuss him the fuck out and like tell him to fuck off. And then they're like, we don't blame you, Logan. You're pissed. And I was like, nope. He called me one more time. I'm like, I'm just gonna keep fucking working. It's not fucking worth it. I'm literally talking to myself.
No, I
like,
literally been
So mad. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this dude up. I literally like, I wanted to be like, I'll meet you at the hotel outside. I'll come fight you. Like, let's do this. I've been looking for somebody's ass to beat. Like,
damn.
dude's on drugs. I'm like, you'd be an easy fucking match, bro. I would, bro.
Probably just
curb
like,
stomp your
you
teeth.
probably could literally just push him and he just fall and be like,
Now put your
and
fucking,
then just be asleep.
put your mouth on the curb. But curb stomp his fucking jaw off, bro. Like, bro, I've been
Jesus
waiting
Christ.
for somebody to fuck up. Not actually, I'm not looking for a fight, but like I have the energy inside me.
Well,
sometimes.
yeah, I know. It's the fantasy brain of like, motherfucker, give me a reason. You know what I mean?
Well, it's in there and it's ready to go.
Hey, I mean, that's why I'm kind of like just laughing, like, damn, I feel that though.
Well,
I would be in the same boat. I probably would have called to be
people-
like, get
people
the
don't
fuck
realize
off my shit.
It
you
is
know?
so easy to fuck someone up You don't punch him in the head. You take him to the ground and use the earth as your best friend. Because it's me and the biggest object versus you. Like, the earth will win every time.
Well, yeah.
I get your head on the ground, it's over, dude.
Welcome to Earth.
8 pounds of pressure right here, you're dead. That's all it takes. I just say it's easy to kill motherfuckers using the ground. That's not like, oh, I'm a macho and kick your ass and like look at me and my skills. No, it's like I'm gonna go for where you're vulnerable most. Like,
well,
I'm gonna break fingers if I have to. Like,
can we move on now?
I'm just saying.
Jesus.
Like, if you really bring me to that place, I don't need to be macho with you, bro. This is a fight, bro. I'm gonna hurt somebody. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
it's not personal pride. You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm such a good boxer. Oh, look at me with my moves. No, dude, I'm gonna hurt you. That's what I'm about to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think that way. They're trying to like, oh yeah, I'm so good, I'm so bad. That's why they get in fights.
Because they
think they're disrespected.
Well, they haven't had someone that fuck around that found out in the wrong way. You know what I mean?
It's like, no, dude. When I want to fight you, I will hurt you.
Well, yeah, because a lot of people just don't know how to. I will go
for your head with both hands.
I mean,
I'm not going to punch you. I will grab your head and destroy it. I will use something to destroy your head.
Well, the problem is, like, once it gets to the point of like, in the legal sense of murder, that's not a fight no more. That's just a murder. Like,
yeah, it's self-defense. You can still say so. I would just call police and be the one sitting there like, yeah, like, this dude's dead.
Then because cooperation might consider manslaughter charge. If they died, then yeah, there would be at least some level of that.
Even like that one time in high school where that kid, one kid, he was like a freshman or sophomore. He tried to like fuck with this dude's girl, and that dude was on the football team. Grabbed the dude and like threw his ass on the ground, but it's high rocks. I mean, it's Elk Rock. So everything's rocks. They fucking killed the kid. You didn't have to see any jail time or nothing. And there's witnesses.
Well, yeah, I mean,
he didn't mean
context
to kill the motherfucker.
Yeah, well, I mean, context is always, a factor. Yeah, I mean, no matter what.
Oh, yeah, I can make it look like it was an accident.
Okay, make it versus actually being one is two different things, my guy.
No one knows what was in my heart.
Bro.
Sorry, man.
In Minecraft, in GTA 6.
Yeah, exactly. In Harry Potter Hogwarts. You know that video game?
Oh my god.
Avacadabra, the killing curse.
Going Green Goblin mode, damn.
Like the killing curse, you just, boom, you're dead with the wand. Bam, you're dead. That's what I'm talking about. But
well,
like, with blunt.
Thing is, so even when it comes to, I guess, even what you're talking about, the whole thing shouldn't be like destroyed their head and killed it. Like, it should just be like, you're not threatened, you're fucking incapacitated, you're out, knocked out, fucked up on the ground. Like,
that's the thing. I'm not trying to knock you out. I'm trying to hurt you.
Well, that includes that. Like, you get concussion, you have arm broken. Like, there's plenty of different things that can happen.
I'm gonna take your head and put it on the ground, and then hopefully you get knocked out instead of just dead, I guess.
Well, not I guess. I mean, that literally would be preferable because then you don't have to deal with like
I'm just saying,
the court of law of like, yeah, you kind of killed a guy.
That's what's gonna happen is your head against the ground. When I was in middle school, dude was trying to fight me. Fat dude trying to put me in a headlock. I got out of that because he's fat. And I grabbed his head into the fucking lockers. Just grabbed his head and slammed it in the locker 3 or 4 times. Dude dropped. Fucking bleeding all over the place. Then I got the teacher. That kid got expelled. I got suspended.
Well, yeah.
That motherfucker was like stealing people's lunch money, beating people
just being kind of a shithead.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Piece of shit.
Kid was probably already.
He had a bad home life. Like half his teeth were missing.
He just had a really fucked up life. It was probably on the last straw. I mean, honestly, I kind of feel bad for the kid now knowing some of that shit, but still, it's just like, damn.
I fucked him up in like one fell swoop.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, honestly, given the circumstances, but still, I mean, especially in hindsight, I'd still be like, damn, that kid just needed someone in his life that just needed to be proper, but literally there was nothing. And what the fuck you gonna do,
You got violence at home against you. What are you gonna do?
Take that out on everyone else.
You're gonna emulate what you're around.
Yeah. I mean, even especially in middle school, like, not really because of home life stuff, but because of, like, the totem pole of bullying and shit. Like, I would look down on other kids. As fucked as it is, we literally had these quote-unquote, like, retard fights where me and a bunch of other kids that we were all, like, mutually bullying each other pretty much. And, we would all basically every so often, like, literally have, like, wrestle/like, fights and shit. Like, I don't know why we did it. I know you're laughing because it's fucked up, but it is awfully, horribly
This
morbid.
is like South Park level shit.
It actually was. I'm not joking. It was so fucked,
What up, Wendy? What you gonna do?
dude.
You know what I
Like,
mean? When
and the
Carmen's
thing
gonna fight
is,
Wendy?
like, in a weird way, I hate to say it, but I was really better about it because, like, obviously the other boys would look at all of us and be like, the ones that looked at all of us, like, yeah, fuck these weirdos. But they just, like, look in the background gawking because they just thought it was enjoyable, so they never really interfered. I saw it. I didn't care for fuck. I was like, fuck these fake folks up.
What are you
Say,
at?
fuck
What are you
you.
at, Rao?
Is it Rao?
There's a bear shit in the woods.
Wow.
I've heard some horror stories of that middle school, bro. Remember there was some kind of like when we were in high school, there was like a fucking riot in front of the school where there's like 100+ kids just beating each other's ass.
Oh my god.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like sophomore year, I was like, what?
I know
We heard
because
about it, we're like, huh? That's happening right down the road?
I think I was
kind of want to
actually-
go look. I kind of want to go see. Like,
I know.
kind of want to like skip.
I
past
heard
it.
after the math, like I think like the next day I heard about it, but
Yeah.
dude, I was like, what the fuck? It's like, what chaos wizard
They
just
they just had like a middle school civil war.
Civil War in the fucking middle school. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude.
I mean, I will say when I was around, that never happened though. I mean, there was a few times where there was some like group altercations and like skirmishes, basically, but never like that,
literally,
dude.
like proof of the degeneration of generations. I literally saw it.
And our education just
when we were
failing
seniors,
all of us.
the freshmen, I'm like, there's no way we were that stupid. There's no way. Remember freshmen when we were seniors, the new class of freshmen were like, there's no way.
Honestly,
There's no way
there was
we were
only
that
like a
dumb.
few of them that I was like, you're actually pretty cool, because I was in
dude,
band.
there was
The
so
ones,
many.
well,
That's Ma. You had to be
no, band was MHSM, like that was all the
kind of
above.
Ma. I mean, you're being taught by the Ma teachers.
I don't. Van Weeble wasn't specifically a Ma teacher. He was just an MH.
It was in Ma. You were in the Ma building.
No, that was the art building. The Ma building was actually just a major hallway on the first floor of the.
Oh yeah, that was.
The art building was where you had the black room, the theater, the dance room,
But
and
that wouldn't be there without Ma.
it was.
That wouldn't have been there. They built that for Milwaukee Academy of Arts. The same way Gladstone has some kind of art technical.
Well, I remember that auditorium being there when my brother was in high school doing theater because he did do thespian work and actually.
I wasn't there before.
At least as from what I remember, as a kid growing up, I did, grow up seeing some theater plays that he performed in.
Well, they definitely
And
got
it
more
was-
money in that shit after.
I
Ma
mean,
became
I'll
a
have to
thing.
double check because it could be a possibility that might have been like a different high school. Maybe it could have been like Putnam or somewhere else. But I mean,
Gladstone did. Gladstone eventually got an art technical program building.
dude, every high school should have something like that. Honestly, man, that should
No,
be
we
like.
suck. We had to merge 3 fucking schools.
Well, what
into
Save
the-
and Shelter?
Yeah, that was ass.
I mean,
That shit sucked. You had to
Well,
take a bus out there, and then you don't get a full. Yeah, you had to fill up 2 periods because of the bus rides. That's fucking stupid.
well, at least the classes that I had.
No, I'm not saying the classes. The fucking.
No, hold on. I'm saying, when I was having my classes there, like, it was kind of weirdly, like, either before or just after lunch, so I always had like weirdly spare time.
Bro, the amount of busing.
I know that's the lame
is
shit about
stupid.
it. I know that was the one thing I hate about it.
You're basically making kids. You're paying extra tax dollars to bus these fucking kids around. And then,
But
just give them their own fucking each high school, their own fucking teachers and shit.
well, yeah, I don't disagree with that,
They're
but
wasting money.
But if they don't have the campus size, like this is about some of it might just be on the virtue of just like we can't like expand so much, like.
Oh, I disagree. How many portables did they have on the football field while that high school was being renovated? They could have just had those motherfuckers out there in the first place.
Well, yeah, I mean I understand. Well, because there's a lot of bureaucracy and bullshit that happens within the education system that makes it so fucked. I mean,
just
that's
extend the building. Just add on to the building.
Yeah, and actually, instead of like like a lot of the administrative costs, which mysteriously where does that all go to? It's like instead of having that bullshit, like actually invest it into things that go to the fucking children.
Like Milwaukee,
because I don't disagree with ultimately what you're saying.
The art building and the main building could have been connected the same way you had the skywalk. Remember how the skywalk connected the fucking gym and the cafeteria?
Yes, I'm very well aware about it, yes.
That wasn't the original high school. That's new building shit they added to.
I know.
They could have just done that. They could have just done that. It's dumb. And instead, they want to tear the whole fucking thing down and then make it a big-ass box.
And also very gray looking, too. They could have at least done some cool mural and art stuff, unless they're planning on.
No, our class did that with the.
I know.
Like the fucking Orange Line Max. We were a part of the art that went to that.
Yeah,
our shit actually we built like ceramics and stuff that went towards that fucking Max station.
Yep.
Look, why don't you just make the kids make shit?
Which also adds to potential trades, and they can actually.
They're like, I have evidence of art infrastructure shit that I did.
On top of like classes I'm continuing to advance in college, or maybe if I have this job,
we could complain all night long, bro. I gotta get unsweaty.
I feel good, bro. No worries.
I gotta wake up and do shit tomorrow, bro. Like I have a lot of shit to do. It's gonna be a day. Whitney and me are either kicking it more likely Wednesday. She said Tuesday or Wednesday. She's got to break down everything back there.
Well,
so she's going back there tomorrow.
Well, it's gonna be Monday, so
she's saying hopefully it only takes 2 days to break all that shit down. So
it could be longer.
So I don't know why she said Tuesday or Wednesday. You're definitely not getting it done by Monday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm pretty certain it's going to be Wednesday. Worst case scenario, I see her in the morning Thursday, which means I pretty much have at least Monday and Tuesday to get shit done.
Yeah.
So that's the plan, all right? And whatever you need help with, talk to me about it so I can plan the right timing for stuff.
Yeah, I wasn't really planning on streaming for super long anyway, just because I want to.
Sometimes just don't stream, bro. You don't have to do it every fucking night, dude. You can get an early. You can call it quits and then wake up earlier.
Because I want to at least mention at least tomorrow there's only a couple things I want to at least get for, but Tuesday at least especially if I'll talk to you more about I want to at least try to get more shit back from my space specifically, but tomorrow I want to
do that nighttime too. It doesn't have to.
Doesn't necessarily have to be in the daytime. Yeah, I know. I was playing that shit out because
I got 2 bags of cans from work.
Oh, nice.
Plus more cans in we got cans that I bottle dropped. So
I got some. So what? 2 birds, 1 stone. 2 birds, 1. Yeah. Many birds of the stone.
Yeah. You gotta remember that they changed the fucking hours again. And now it's 9 p.m. instead of 10 p.m.
What the really?
We showed up, remember?
That was right. No, I thought that was because it was still at 10. Did they really?
No, we showed up. Remember, we were pissed off, and then you had your meltdown after that. You remember that night where you had a meltdown? We went to the bottle drop, and they changed.
I was just like, because I was kind of like, damn, I was literally like,
That was literally like where things started becoming negative. Was we were both pissed.
Yeah.
That
And then other shit. Yeah.
It's already, bro. It's too early. At 6 is too early, and then the door where there's nobody working. Why? Why did you? Why? 9 instead of 10?
Are they getting like some budget cut shit or something? What the fuck is going on with it? Like, boo.
They're like, the amount of cans we're getting between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. is just too much for us to handle. That 1 hour is just crazy.
Or maybe there's like not enough. I don't know. Like, well, that doesn't make sense. I mean,
there's too many fucking people coming at 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. with their green bags and shoving them through that door. Just can't handle that last hour. That's bullshit. You know that's bullshit. There's less people coming between 9 and 10 p.m. to do their
that's
thing.
probably why they gutted it, because it was barely anyone going there.
That doesn't make sense. There's no one working. There's no one there. There's no. The only thing you can explain is that the only thing that makes sense is there's just too much cans after that last hour for the people in the morning to handle.
Yeah, I don't.
That's the only reason. Is to be like, this is too much for us to deal with. But that doesn't make sense because there's less people doing it between 9 and 10. It's just.
I don't know, bro.
There's no reason to cut it just because there's less cans coming in from 9 to 10 p.m.
Right.
That makes no sense at all. The only reason would be that it's too popular and it's overwhelming them.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I didn't see a bunch of people pulling up at 9 or 10 to move. Everybody gotta get our cans in here, man. I'll bum rush this fucking door.
Would you work at a dispensary or does pay suck? I'm sure pay varies from dispo to dispo, but yeah, I would.
Not good pay.
Well, I know predominantly it isn't.
You have to be a manager or an inventory guy to actually make some kind of like $19, $20 an hour.
Which is also why tips are kind of an important thing at dispos too. They always have big tip jars. There's always at least.
I used to be one.
Yeah, it literally is just.
They probably get more tips than you do.
Well, definitely, yeah. I know they definitely do.
It's still bullshit.
Yeah, like I say, you need to at least have a basic standard of living wage, and because of concurrently of how like broader, weed laws are in this country, it literally is. They can kind of get away with kind of fucking you with pay and shit. Instead of actually like, having a federalized standard when it comes to cannabis, on it being legalized. And
What the fuck?
huh?
No, $20 an hour for all food workers in Cali? Like that law they did? I don't understand why that's not just $20 an hour, period. Minimum wage. Like, food workers, you know what I mean? Like, if you work for McDonald's in California.
Well, no, I agree with you. Like, no, that's why
all of a sudden, McDonald's workers get $20 an hour, but like a dude who works at the gas pump doesn't. Like, I don't get that. Like, I don't understand. That's weird.
Maybe there's probably some complexity to the broader law, but because I mean I know broadly what you're talking about, but
like if I'm a Domino's guy or a McDonald's guy, I'm getting $20 an hour up there.
Here, let me turn my Wi-Fi on. So let me see what the minimum wage is in Cali versus that too, because I'm sure
I'm sure the minimum wage is higher than here.
It probably is. That's why I'm
probably
kind of
like 18, and they just bumped it up a couple bucks, but still, that couple extra bucks matter. Like especially over a course of a year.
yeah,
That adds up. That could be potentially thousands.
right.
And if thousands means
Yeah,
something.
be right back real quick. Hold on.
Like if you make 2,000 more a year, that's a fucking call. we wake up, it's like me and you get up early enough, I would like to get straight up.
Oh, definitely.
And just not to the Walmart and actually get these supplies.
We should actually have a little stock stuff that we need.
Let's start actually like doing something.
Oh, tomorrow I'm also gonna look at the marketplace and find some like used things. So depending if I can find some.
I did notice you made a profile and it like suggested it to me already. The algorithm it was you with the furry face.
Well,
already
rebranding, you know.
No, that's fine. I'm fine with that, dude. I was like, okay.
I haven't gotten a chance to.
It's actually a legit profile picture.
I mean, I haven't gotten a chance to go into it yet, but yeah, tomorrow I'm gonna go check. I even have it on my little monitor. Like, that's really. I'm not gonna be active on that shit. I might post a thing once in a blue moon, maybe, but.
Or like promote Kylo's band or something.
Yeah, like share that shit or something. You know, little things like that. That's about it. Oh yeah, yeah. I actually was thinking about doing that too.
Right. I'll say this too is like for example like Utah, so you ran off.
Oh yeah.
Being in a chat thing like that is helpful. Be like, hey, here's this picture. This is the location he was at. And people actually look after things like that. There are some people who are like this who watch it. It's like way too much. And sometimes they actually are helpful.
And sometimes they're kind of prissy bitches.
Strategically deal with them when you want them.
Right. And also, at least, you know, be in their good graces when they're helpful. All right, I have brought forth a chunk. Little pie time with chunk time. Chunky pie.
314, bro. Pie.
Got a big old chunky pie that still smells like a little ocean. Look at this chunk. Look at all this immaculateness. Little chunk is just like, what are you doing to me, punk? You have not been with Unk lately, Jesse, so you get to be with Unk now. This is your fate. And the fact that you're not like really fighting this at all shows me that he kind of misses this a little bit. You're just like, oh yeah, Unk like to just give me stretches and show off all my magnificentness. Look at all that chest. What a little chunk bean. Ugh. Big old chunk. Oof! She heard the sound of I think some silverware. She's like, that sounds like food. Came in at the right time. Yeah, you did. I returned with Chunk. And then Chunk decided to be like, small. I mean, she ain't that small. I mean, she's like one of the smaller ones, for sure. And out of all three of the doggos. And at least, between her and Vito, yeah, is the smallest. But she all chunk. She's probably legit with her shoulders like like the widest out of them all. Vito's probably at least the same, just on the virtue. He's just a big muscle boy. Vito. Beat a potato. Vito. Come here, big boy. Oh, is that the biggest boy? Hey, big boy. Whoa, big old boy. Whoa. Ugh. Ugh. He's just like, whoa, bro. Ugh. Oh. Yeah, his shoulders aren't really that broad. Yeah, Jazzy's is a little bit more broad on the shoulders, but he got all the thickums and all this floof. He's Chunk Master Floof. Big old Chunk Master Floof you is. You are a majestic king. A royal king you is. Oh, you big old boy. Oof. Oh, oh my god. I knew that was going to activate him a little bit. Oh. Oh, you're just a big soft fluffy boy. I guess I guess they're trying to back because there's some dude back there beating his meat. What the fuck, Harley? Bruh. That's diabolical. I would have just snuck up on him and it's like, how's this for a beaten bitch? And just smacked him right on his ass with that shit. And then after that, proceed to hit his head. And not this head, but his other head. That's what you get for jerking it back there, fucking freak goblin. That's just actually like, oh damn it. That's just fucking diabolical, bro. What do you even do with that? Besides, like, smack him up with a bat. Bruh. Bruh. And also, like, can't they, like, I don't know, like, be like, hey, can I use your bathroom or something? And then they just do it in there? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is wrong with people? Can't you, like, find an appropriate location to do such things? Does it have to literally just be, like, in front of everyone? Even if it is at, like, 3 in the fucking morning, like, you fucking freak goblin? Like, flock cameras exist and shit, bitch. Like, you don't think you're being watched? Ho? Freak-ass, freaky, weird motherfuckers. Jesus. It was disgusting. Dude, I would literally... Please tell me at least smacked his ass with the bat. Just be like, you fuck! Smack! At least tell me at least you got one good one on there. You know what I mean? I saw some nasty shit at Botanical Gardens once. I'm still traumatized. Deranged fucks exist. Man, I kind of worry about this, you know, what I might have to deal with at work in the future because I've heard some stories. And in fact, there's even this one homeless dude nicknamed the Reaper who's not even allowed to store anymore because apparently he took his shit and smeared it all over the walls in the bathroom once. And ever since then, he was never welcome again. And he was already on his last straw because, you know, apparently he, like, harassed, like, one of the co-workers there at the time. So, interesting things. Plus, there's just been apparently some wild shit that's happened before, where this dude is also the same guy. He's literally just been like passed out on the floor, just like laying in his food. It's like, what in the fuck? I mean, he's not welcome to the store anymore, but dude, there's been times where apparently some other people have like just straight up, you know, pop squat right in front of the windows and shit. Like, and I'll even look outside and I'll see some of those people. I'm just like. And I literally will, like, reach in my pocket a little bit while I'm just staring, and I, like, have this, like, and I have it like that, just held down, be like, the fuck is going on right now? And usually they'll just like kind of walk by, be like, wave, and I'll just do this because it's like closing time and we're locked, and I'm not opening the door for their ass either. I'm just like, no, because I know what they were trying to ask. Go food, or use the bathroom or some shit like that. And it's like, no, go away. Like we're literally are about to leave. Like there ain't nothing for you. Should have shown up way sooner. Maybe, and even then, I would still be a little on edge regardless. There's one dude that like was being weird and wanted to ask like, can I use your phone to like call like a dude, to my shift lead? And even to me at one point, I'm just like, bro, no. I'm not giving you my fucking phone, excuse me. And at that point, for the rest of the night, I just made sure my phone was in my pocket. Because I had it like somewhere where I was like, had an earbud in while I was, cleaning the line a little bit as we're slowly but surely closing up. So I'm just doing my thing. But after hearing that, I'm like, I kind of looked back where my phone was. I'm like, I don't care. I'm like, I know it's safe, but I'm pocketing that shit just out of the virtue of the paranoia. But I guess he did have to make a phone call because eventually figured it out, and we let him use the store's phone to do it. And he's like, well, I guess they're not picking up, but I'll figure it out. Thanks anyway. And then he left. So I'm just like, I guess he was being legit, ? But, I mean, still, it's like, you're probably going to try to jack the phone and run off of it and make it yours anyway. So, like, fuck you. Like, you ain't having it. Get the fuck out of here before I beat the shit. Technically, I did give him a warning to get physical with customer. Well, I think there's a pass in this circumstance. I think it's meritable to be like, that's excusable. I mean, I guess that's why you should be verbal, first and then hit him. Because then at least you can say, yeah, I gave him a verbal warning to respond. No. Not really, no. He just kind of kept doing what he was doing because there's only literally like a half a second of time of me saying that between me hitting him, but you don't need to know that information. You know what? I'll tell you this much, Harley. Just say it like that. Say as you walked up to him, you said something, but he just kept doing it, and that's when you smacked him up the head. And then gave another warning. White lie it. You know, the old saying goes, a little embellishment to a story don't hurt nothing to the truth of it all. Especially if the moral truth of the ultimate story and the commentary of what's going on is still the same. A little embellishment don't hurt every so often. But at the same time, you gotta make sure it was a believable embellishment. I will say, I only really like do that for certain like stories and the virtue of like old stories of me as a kid. Like, cause I'm not gonna remember every little detail of like of like when I was like co-piloting once at like 6 or 7 fucking years old in North Dakota with my uncle. Like I know most of the details, but every little thing, not really. But I can fill in the gaps of what is missing, just based off the general story, of what's there, because the foundation's still the same. It's just one of those things where it's just like, like sometimes you kind of need it a little bit, especially just to fill a gap or two. But also, like I said, it actually has to be believable to what the story is. Like, it can't just be some, like, agenda, insert crazy side quest here, kind of shit. Hardly elite response. Well, Harley don't fuck around. I've been friends with him since high school, so I would know. Well, more than friends, technically, but I'm relieved to read other examples of chat online. Just I was a magnet for Miss Lube. piece of shit because I'm empathetic, or peeps. Well, I could be an empathetic person too, but my patience, has a certain line, and if I also just don't jive with you or whatever, yeah, I'm probably just not gonna fuck with you. I'm just gonna like avoid having to deal with that bullshit kind of thing, you know what I mean? Before I have to deal with it. Like, that's just kind of how I try to look at it. Like, I can still be empathetic and maybe even be like, damn, they're in a shitty spot or they just have shitty things, but whatever, like, I can still be kind of like that, but at the end of the day, it's like, nah. I'm not gonna, like, try to invest that much time, especially with just some random ass motherfucker, like at the bar or something, where he's like, yeah, you're kind of an asshole. Even if we, like, talk for a little bit, it's like, dude, there's been too many times where you've been kind of a dick. You know what I mean? It's like, I'll hang here, I'll chat, but don't really expect me to be really open with you anymore, dog. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not really going to be that open, for, like, it doesn't have to be like some big fallout or nothing. It's just like, yeah, honestly, you're just personality don't jive with me. Or it's like, you got certain takes or opinions where I'm just like, bro, like, kind of like low-key shut up. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're not really like all that in a bag of chips kind of thing. Oh, Harlan, what did you retract? Oh, let me guess. It's something about my dick or something, isn't it? Because I vaguely saw it for a second before you retracted it. And someone sounds like they're a little pent up. I'll tell you that much. Someone need a little bit of a red rocket in him. Someone need a little husky. A little something furry to snuggle up and cuddle to. Is that what's going on? At least I could do this with him and not actually be trolling somebody. All right, Harley, chill out. If you're gonna be going that far with it, it's called hit me up on Telegram, bro. You know where to find me. Like, Jesus Christ. Jesus, for everyone to see. You know what? I swear to God, if you retract that, though, I want the trolls to know. Because so many of them are just like, yeah. Look at them. I know every so often there's still lurkers. And also, on top of that, motherfuckers that are just like, nah, this guy definitely bi or nothing. Well, there's your proof. One of my longtime friends with Benny / mod in here is like literally numero uno, number one example. So let's give a fuck what other people think. No, and I don't either. I just like to gloat. I mean, right at the beginning of the streams, and I'm like, I just got off work. I need to like relax for a second. I'm just like, man, right off the bat, I will say that much. But it's like, because hey, I'm a little irascible, fucking, like motherfucker sometimes. Like I need a little something, to kind of, make sure that I don't get so like grumpy. But at the same time, like, man, this is why, we should have been like, hey, yo, doing this when the trolls were popping in here, because that would have been even better. Especially if that one dude, which actually game recognized game of that guy. I don't even remember what that dude's name was. Where was he in that shit? It was somewhere back up in here. Or Ad58. Yeah, like that guy, like, he didn't really chill for much longer after that, but I was just like, dude, game recognized game, but we could have done a fun little tag team on that one. It's fun to incorporate, other elements and means, to trolling and fucking with people. That's what I care about. I mean, that's what I like. I don't give a fuck about their opinion about it. Mostly because they're probably just trolling anyway. I just like to troll back and fuck with them too. Especially if I'm in the mood for it. You would have neutralized them? Oh, yeah. Because I will say, it makes it a lot easier when you have a little extra crowd work to work with. Because I do admit, like, there is an element where I do kind of like to have a bit of a crowd work to work with, you know, to an extent. You know, mainly because I think I've really kind of honed that in with doing this type of shit. So, like, I especially would love, like, you know, yeah, and I do, you know, when it comes to hecklers and trolls and shit. I just will say, I just want it to be actually good. Like what Ad58, you know, did, you know, with that guy. Like, I did a your mom joke, and he clapped back with one back, and I was like, damn, that's never happened to me. Recognized game. Actually, you know what? I won't even say nothing. I'll give you that. That was some respect, bro. Like, actually. You know, because I actually get impressed, and I love that, you know, there is a troll out there that can, like, meet the game, you know? That knows the art of the troll and the art of Ligma. It's like, it's actually really nice. Because so many of them are just brain rot and just like, let's just basically be annoying, and that's basically trolling. Which, that's a foundation of trolling. But that's not the only fucking thing, obviously. There's a lot more to it than just that. And also, there's a lot of trolling where being annoying isn't even a part of that. I mean, it's just like, it's just a part of, like, you know, the sense of that, yeah, maybe some people might find it that way. And yeah, there is a genuine basis of that in the broad spectrum. But some troll work doesn't immediately start as annoying. It only builds up to that until you release the sauce when it comes to the actual troll art. And that's the shit about it. Like, and especially when a troll gets trolled, you know, by someone else and then kind of troll back, right? Like, there's a lot of different forms of the art that legitimately, you know, is, you know, there if people kind of, you know, got the wits for it. And I've been doing it for a long fucking time, too. Like, I've been doing this shit, you know, when it comes to trolling people and stuff like that. Even in person sometimes. Like, it's just kind of in a little bit, it's in my blood a little bit. Even my dad has done, like, before, like, online trolling. He was a fucking troll of his time. He would even troll me and shit growing up and stuff. And my mom, too. So, it's just like, you know, the art of the troll has just been passed down via the blood, bro. That's into trollism. I just call it the art of the troll. From the University of Dr. Ligma. The art of the troll. Because that's the whole philosophy and principle of that, you know, of Dr. Ligma's, you know, University of... That keeps getting weirder. There's this chick here just in her pants, brown heels, was walking down the road, blue stars on, blood over her. Weirder? That's fucking spooky, bro. I would, like, unironically probably be calling the cops on that one, bro. Just on, like, the virtue of a wellness check on her. Hey, like, this is where my story is. I saw this lady walking down the road this way. She is covered in blood. You need someone to check her. Like, dude, I'd be getting off the stream, Harley, and actually unironically do that right now, bro. Like, seriously. That's not just weirder. That's actually fucking kind of freaky. Please. Yeah, no, unironically actually do that. Or at least please tell me you already did. If not, then do it now. Like, legit. Because that's, like... There's probably, like, some serious shit that went down and she's a victim of. Like, there's... Or please. Well, that's at least what he can do. I mean, he is at work. He can't just leave. You know, I mean, I can understand, like, that, but fucking at least, you know, do that. Call the cops and say, hey, you know, this is the address of my workplace. I saw this lady walking down this street, going this way. I don't know exactly where she's going or where she went, but she's covered in blood, and you probably need to send someone ASAP to figure out if she's okay. Yeah, like, straight up. I mean, because that's all you can do. They'll probably have, like, one guy, you know, talk to you and be like, well, what does she look like? And while someone's searching for her and relaying information, and there you go. You're just like, all right, thank you for the information. We go from there. Like, seriously, like, I'm assuming since he's not chatting right now, he is doing that. I'm hoping, because seriously, that's an extra level thing where I'm like, yeah, I would be in a position where I'm like, I'm calling the cops. Because that's not something where I just would be like, what the fuck? You know, like, that's not just, like, weird shit. Just having a hectic night, yikes. I mean, it's an all-night shift at a gas station in a really ghetto area of Portland, unfortunately. Normally, nights seem pretty chill from, you know, normal circumstances, but then shit like this happens. Dude, I've heard too many stories from this fucking place where I'm like, why? Like, please, like, even if it's still a gas station job, get one literally anywhere else. Like, please, something. Like, bro, get out of that shit. I literally know of, like, 5 different gas stations that literally would probably take him immediately that are, like, right next to my workplace and are, like, way better. Just fundamentally on the virtue of just, you know, everything. While still being in kind of a ghetto area, though. But, so, I mean, it's like, fuck, dude. I will say, like, I love my homeboy, but, man, like, he needs to get, like, a little bit, like, something different with that, man. It's like, you can still literally do that job while literally just being in a better position where you don't have to deal with crazy weird shit like this, where the worst thing you have to deal with is like some weird tweaker being like trying to buy some food and like beer at like 2:50 in the morning, and you're like, bro, you can't buy this, and he's just like, yeah, I guess not, but this, and then it's like he doesn't even have the money for it, you know, like, okay, yeah, you get a little dumb fuck weird like that, or you get like, you know, other weird shit. Dude, like, cause I guess weird shit at my work too sometimes. I mean, and I'll even get like some homeless people come from my shit too. And even some that I recognize too as well. There's actually one that's come from my work that I recognize because he's like, I don't know how to explain it besides like he has like a weird like pseudo like English monk from the medieval times like friar haircut where he's like bald at the top and has like hair around, but also in the back of his head he has like slightly longer hair than the rest. I don't know, like really weird. And but he's actually genuinely pretty chill. I've seen him around like in this area a lot. He usually just says like, hey, you got like a smoke, you got like you know, like 50 cents or like some change in your pocket. Like he's and I'm like, nah, I don't smoke, or I'm like, I got like a couple dimes. And he'd be like, all right, that's cool. You know, he's actually pretty like reclusive and pretty chill, and he's coming to my work at least twice and be like, hey, do you guys happen to have any food? I'm like, I'll recognize you a little bit. I'm like, and I'll look over and I'll be like, well, this is order that's been sitting there for like 30 minutes, but there's still a possibility someone's picking it up. And I'm like, and look at the time on my phone. I'm like, well, we're not closing yet. We still have an hour. If you want, come back a little later. And if we still have something, you know, that isn't freshly made, you know, that has been sitting for a while, then maybe I can hook you up or something. You know, like, because I'm not against that shit. Even the other day when I got off work, I had a bunch of food. I'm like, I don't really want all of this. And there was a camp that after I got some brews, you know, where I was walking back, I was like, hey, yo, I got some food. I'm going to leave it at the base, you know, entrance of the camp and stuff and blah, blah, blah. And they're like, they kind of like waved me off, but they're like, yeah, cool, thanks. And that was about it, you know. Like they weren't aggressive about it. They're just like, oh, all right, I guess we'll pick it up eventually. Anyway, remember, and they were just because they were in the middle of a talk. Obviously, I just wanted to be kind of brisk and quick and just drop it off and just leave. I wasn't trying to bother them or nothing, you know. I mean, I will say, like I did kind of stick around for a half a sec, you know, near the trail because it was by a trail too, where I was like on my phone finding something else to listen to, and I looked over and I noticed the bags were gone. So at some point, you know, they picked it up. So I was like, hey, sweet. We got some fries and some wings, and they're probably gonna reheat it in like some pan in like their little fire pit or some shit. I don't fucking know. Or at least I got some food. Because I'm not against that shit. I get it. You know, some people, you know, they don't got nothing and they need something to eat. It's just one of those things where it's like, as long as you're all chill and you're all good about it, then I have no problem, you know, helping you out with it, but just gotta be chill about it. Because, like, I totally understand, you know, especially when it comes to certain people being like, nah, we will do it one time, but, like, low key, like, get the fuck out. And even then, we probably won't even do that, because there are definitely times where I've looked at some dudes, I'm just like, you are some sketchy fuck. I've never seen you before. Like, who the hell are you? And I look over, I'm like, nah, sorry, bro, we got none. And I know that for a fact it's like 2 bags that I've been sitting there since like noon, and I've been there, you know, and it's like 8. I'm like, dude, you literally like, and we're a little busy right now, and you're doing this, like, nah, bro, like, I'm not dealing with you. Like, sorry, but not sorry, a little bit on that one. I mean, because, like, it's kind of a weird thing when it comes to shit like that, you know? Like, because it's, on one hand, like, I do, especially if you know, like, you know, this is kind of the usual quote unquote suspects that kind of hang out and they're pretty chill and not going to cause problems and stuff like that. I mean, you know, you could say, like, hey, as long as you don't bring scrupulous people and you're chill, all that stuff, then you're cool. Like, we'll help you out a little bit if we have stuff for you. You know, sometimes we don't, sometimes we do, you know, but don't expect it every time. But at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, especially with my work crew and even our manager, I mean, because he even advocates that. It's like, yeah, if you got shit that you're going to throw away anyway, if someone wants to get something, you know, just instead of tossing it, just give it to them. Like, he wouldn't say that shit. Because, like, it's going to get tossed anyway. Might as well let it get in someone's gut. Yeah, maybe you ain't going to get, like, you know, that, you know, Louisiana rub or that OG hot or whatever the fuck. You ain't going to get it tossed up, but it's food. You can season it up with your own shit that you got at your little camper or whatever the fuck you got going on. Or you're just like someone desperate for some food last second. You're like, yo, you got like something, man? Because that happens too. There's been like a few times where it's like, yo, I actually like didn't have a chance to order anything because it literally was like right at closing because I was trying to like get in sooner, blah blah blah. But like, I'm out of town. I just need to get something quick. Like, is it cool if you got something left over? And I'll be like, and I could tell that like, you know, they're like from outside, like they're traveling, right? It's happened at least, you know, 2 different times where I'm like, well, that order hasn't been picked up for 3 hours. I mean, it's gonna be cold, so you at the hotel you're gonna want to reheat everything. But hey, I mean, honestly, like I'll let you have it. I mean, because we're gonna toss it anyway. We're about to actually, and they're like, and I'll, you know, kind of talk to my shift lead, and I'll be like, here, let me double check, make sure it's all cool about it, and confirm this, you know, shift lead, and they're like, pretty much every time so far, they're like, oh yeah, that one, yeah, we're tossing it, right? Like, well, I was like, well, they were trying to order something, we're about to close, so it's like, just let them have it, you know, and they're like, fuck it. It's already paid for and stuff, so, I mean, might as well give it out to someone, right? I'm like, yeah. So, ultimately, it's just an approved thing. You know, it's like, hey, it's paid for, it's all this and that. Like, at least it goes to somebody. I mean, that's how I look at it anyway. And besides, the corporation, ultimately, when it comes to, like, it's guaranteed that there's a tear system of, like, yeah, there's a guaranteed waste that's going to be there when it comes to product, you know, especially in the food industry. That's just a literal guarantee. So at a certain point, yeah, like instead of just throwing it away, it's still going to go to the same fucking system of like, yeah, we tear this out and saying that this is, you know, waste and thus that goes into tax exemption shit for the corporation and all that, blah, blah, blah. So Doesn't matter if it goes through the trash or, we hand it out to someone and it goes in their gullet after we teared it out and everything. Like, doesn't matter. It was the same principle I had with Safeway, and even that as a grocery store, they were like a lot more anal about it. Like, to the point where they would actually like try to like kind of reprimand you for it sometimes, or at least give you a verbal scolding about it. I'm just like, this shit's being thrown away. Who gives a fuck? They don't need to pay for it. But they will still demand to be like, no, they need to. And I'm like, well, you know what? Then they're only paying like 10 cents. Fuck you then. I'll play your game, but doing a fuck you while I'm at it. It's bullshit. Cheers. Goddamn cheers to that shit. And also cheers to the virtue that everyone's got to eat, right? And if there's a way to do a loophole to fuck the system and, despite their bullshit, even by playing their game too in a weird way, while doing so, to make sure people get fed, that's a fucking A on my book. Everyone's got to eat, right? It's win-win. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I always try to at least, be helpful and stuff, shit. Unless it's like, you guys smoke, or you like, got like $1 or something. It's like, at that point, I'm kind of like, eh. Because one, I usually don't carry cash unless it's my tip money, and I'm not giving my tip money out. Half the time, I'm usually just saving that and putting it off to the side, or if I'm at like a bar or like at the dispo or some shit like that, I'm usually using that tip money to give it back to others. That's usually what I'd like to do. But unless I get like a nice fat one, then maybe I'll be like, instead of like, put my own paycheck to something, maybe I'll be like, oh, this is like a little lunch for me now. Like it stuff like that is nice. It's like, hey, especially when it builds up. I mean, definitely don't make as much in tips in comparison to like my roommate or like, a lot of other industries. But when it does happen, and with certain customers too, because some of them will be like, here's a 20 as a tip. And I'll look at that and be like, God damn, that's like $5 for all of us closing tonight right off the bat. And there's already like $4, so that's already $1 now, so that's $6. And then like someone else later that night tips like another $4, and now, now it's $8. It's like, I'm like, like sometimes that just happens. I'm just like, ooh. Right there, that just like, that's like a little lunch right there, or a coffee, or a couple coffees. Or some gas money or something like that, to whip out to the boy or some shit like that for like, going on a trip or whatever, you know what I mean? Little things like that. Which, speaking of, like, once YouTube finally finalizes the old monetization process, there will be eventually every so often some more shilling outside of just like share and this and that. Because I was just thinking about that where I'm like, speaking of, because that would have been a perfect time for a Showmo, I'm not even gonna lie, but I'm just like, it's not there yet. I'm like, it's like I have to just sit here and anticipate. It's really just gonna be one of those things where I think eventually, when I just do one, it'll literally just be like, oh, I'm so like, like suddenly there's some super chats, and now I'm like, oh, now I can set up everything else. I'm like, oh shit. And I will say, like, when we can get some membership set up, I'm gonna make it cheap as shit. I'm literally gonna have like a 2-tier system. One will be like a $5 one where maybe it'll be like some extra kind of content, at least eventually, and amongst other shit, and I'll figure that one out at least. But then the main one will literally just be whatever the cheapest option I can do, to be fucking frank, like. Which might be like $1, maybe like $1.50, or maybe like $2 or something like that. I'm gonna try to at least make it as cheap as possible, so it's like, hey, a nice, simple, easy way to do the support, while also getting a little extra level, of kind of shit. Because then we can do members only chats, we can do members only streams, things like that. So then we can have a little bit more of a, a little bit of a niche community. And like I said, why don't let's try to make it, as cheap as possible, so then it's at least, easily affordable for people, because, especially if this economy, I understand how shit is. It's fucked. And I'm also definitely on no impression that, even with that in mind, it's gonna, somehow leap me up into a higher level. But the secondary, income with this little independent contractor style job thing, it'll be nice. It'll give me some better upgrades that I, been wanting and stuff. And plus, even just on the virtue of like watches and everything else, even if I, do have like extreme hiatus or maybe only upload a few things here and there or whatever the fuck, like that all goes into, that income regardless. So either way, it's always going to be there in the sense of just like, even if like it's a little lower than not, I'm always treating it as stride cheddar. In fact, if anything, I'm looking at it as like, how do I use that as a way to just invest in a lot of stuff that I want to expand, not just with this, but also with different things like music, with like gaming stuff, all sorts of things. Yeah, like, I mean, I see this, like revenue as like a way to be able to, on the recreational side of things in my life, being able to actually have a way to invest in. Because a lot of it is, to me at least, right now would be kind of a long, grueling haul to do so, but now it's not so much, which I'm very thankful for and happy for, too. And I will say, we're going to definitely have a celebration stream here coming up. And I still haven't thought about what we should do. So, we'll figure something out. Bro, you going to hell? Oh, no. Harley, what the fuck did you do? Okay, before you even get into that, can you at least tell me that you did what I tried to tell you to do? Because that actually would have been... That's... Yeah, we kind of actually need to update. What's... But first and foremost, I need to know that you did what I told you earlier, right? Like, please tell me you at least did that. I swear to God, if there's a no on this, I'm going to actually be upset. Like, I'm just saying. And don't lie to me, Harley. I will not be happy about that. I just realized I should probably close the door so I don't have to get ambushed by Logan. I know. Hey, Vito, get out the way. Get in here. Beautiful. Logan's like, yeah, hold up. I'm about to do some shit. I don't even know what he was about to do, but I was not ready to witness any of that. Vito. Big old Vito boy. Come here, Vito. Vito. Big boy. Big boy. Oh. I'm just honestly going to remove that comment immediately and just be like, I'm actually like... Do you even know what I want to fucking say to you right now, you actual fucking degenerate piece of... Wild. Yeah. The fuck? Literally out of all... Yeah... I don't even care if fucking YouTube sees this shit. I don't give a fuck anymore right now, bro. But I'm still going into this. It's still going in here, but I don't give a fuck if y'all seeing this shit. I literally, whatever doesn't fit in here, I'm just, well, all of it fit in here. Okay, cool. We're just maintaining this road, this rodeo. Dang, yeah, like I you know, Harley, when I said if you didn't do what I said and then that's what you fucking came back at me with after I said I'd be genuinely upset, like, my guy, I wasn't being satirical or joking. In fact, this music's too uplifting and silly and shit. I need something more aggressive. There we go. This is better. This is actually better. You know what? This is what you get now, Harley. That's what you're getting now. And in fact, you know what? You know what? This was happening. You're timed out from being a moderator for a few days. So now if another mod sees you as you're in the Wild West now, bitch. Even from me. But don't worry, I will never ban you. I'll make sure if even some other person does that, I'll make sure you're unhidden. But it will time you out. I will do that. And I don't even want to entertain this bullshit anymore, bro. I don't even give a fuck to even understand this situation with this. Like, nah, you know what? You're just... no. Bruh. I swear to God, bro, honestly, if there's... I swear, if there's another little quip. I'm trying to find Zen. I'm having the music put me in Zen. Vito, the urge should go say, sick 'em boy. Sick 'em boy. I agree, Vito. I fucking agree. I'd ask for an update. Dude, I even was. We both were, man. And dude, and I should have known better. Dude, he literally let us know by saying, bro, I'm going to hell. Like, dude, he just like straight up like let us know. I should have known. I literally should have known. And what the fuck with your hypocritical garbage, bro? You beat the fuck out of someone for being naked jerking off, but yet you do that insane shit. Like, when she's all bloodied up, probably being a victim of some horrible fucking abuse and shit. And what the fuck, dude? Like, actually. It's not that fucking bad. Yeah, it actually kind of is, bro. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, it actually is. That's a little fucked, dude. Like, what? Bruh. Oh my god, bro. Man, now I'm in a goddamn. I'm in a fucking mood now, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm honestly in a mood right now. I'm like, seriously. Like, probably Jocelyn's about the whole thing. No, he's not. I know Harley, bro. He's gotta be trolling. Harley for the god. Nope, no excuses. I know him. I hate to fucking tell you, but he is not. I know him. Bro. Like, even with, like, you know, some of the diabolical shit that he can, you know, do and stuff, it's legitimately like, man, this is really like another level of like, I'm actually, even me, dude. And I will, you know, hear stories about him, and I'm like, okay, it's not that bad, but it's still a little fucked. And a little like, what the fuck, bro? But this one, nah. This one's just fucked. Just full stop. It just is. Okay, yeah. Hey, I'm just saying, man. Oh my God, Harley! Wow. Well, yeah. You don't have to explain it. I'm explaining it for them. And that doesn't matter. You know, ultimately, you know what? Since we're on the fucking topic anyway, and I'm already ticked off about it anyway, can you at least explain this much? What the fuck is the situation with the blood on her? And did you at least help her get it cleaned up on that, at least? Did you at least help her get cleaned up? Like, seriously, like, at least tell me you at least did some shit like that. At least trying to be a Samaritan on that virtue, despite you taking advantage of her, you know, whatever. But, like, I mean, like, give me some actual more context besides this shit. Because, seriously, bro, like, it's fucked. Is it blood from someone that, you know, tried to fuck with her and she, like, shanked them and now it's, like, their blood on her? If so, then maybe I could be like, oh, damn, bad bitch or something. But, like, dude, give me some fucking context here, dude. Because as far as I'm concerned, the information I got does not make me happy. So that's been a victim has been violent. Yeah, like, I mean, that's why I'm kind of like, what the fuck, bro? If Jill's just literally just some random lady that just happened to walking down the street like that, minus the blood, but just chilling or whatever, because she's probably like being pimped or whatever, and is a sex worker, and she's like, hey, I want some alcohol. I know it's after beer 30, but can I give you a little a bribe for some? Literally, in any other context, I could probably be like, all right, whatever, you know, as long as you give me some sips while we're doing that or something for my work, you know, or some shit, you know, like, whatever. That I can understand. But when you first brought that shit up, bro, like, that literally was, like, red flag all the way around, bro. Like, I need to, you know, know your ass. You probably didn't give a fuck. Which makes me more ticked off. At the very least, you better at least ask. Be like, what the fuck happened? Swear to God, bro. It's taking kind of a while. Man, leave it to me to literally, like, I don't think I've ever done this to a mod, for one, and also not even that, but also a friend. Because no, this needs to get. I like, because low key, like a friend needs to call out a friend when it's like, yo, you kind of fucked up. That's what a good friend does. And even if it's on this platform right here, I don't care. I'm calling it out. To be fair, I got the lick first for it, but even then, sober or not, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck? That's fucked up. Because, bro, like a good friend calls shit out when it's like, nah, you kind of did fuck up a little bit. Doesn't matter if the friend don't like to hear it either, by the way. I'm just saying, that's just fucked. I'll say, Harley, the lack of extra context about like what happened with her is not exactly making me feel better about it. I'll say this much, man. You son of a bitch. You got some explaining to do. Now I'm just kind of like in a little bit of a sour mood now. Like, what the fuck? Ugh. Now where do we go from here? Like, I'm just in a mood. I'm sour now. I got sour grapes. I agree, Vito. I agree, man. Facts. Come here, boy. You are just a boy. Huh? Oh, oh. What are you doing with your tip? You're insulting. Ah! You're literally a weapon. You should be considered an actual lethal weapon. You need to be registered by the ATF for you are a weapon. You are a weapon and need to be registered via the ATF. Vito's like, oh shit, the stimulus is activating me. Message redacted. God damn it. Do I not get brand points for helping clean herself up? That doesn't exactly help with the context of what happened with her before your shit. I mean, yeah, it's good that he helped her and cleaned herself up on that virtue, but that doesn't really exactly clean up the whole act. Just saying. Like, oy vey, bro. I mean, that really, it just doesn't really change much, man. I mean, just, yeah, like, it's nice, but that, it's your motives, bro. It was the motive of it all. It's like, come on, dude. Why not just help her just to help her? You know, instead of being like, I need some exchange out of this. It's like, come on, bro. It don't matter if she, sucks some dick that's good or some shit, man. It doesn't excuse it. Like, because to her, it's an exchange, so she's making sure that exchange is capitalized in a maximum way. It's not like, she gives a fuck about, like, the whole overall situation. And also, probably, considering that she's, like, probably just came from some traumatized shit, she's probably like, I just need to do what I can to just try to make sure I get my way and be comfortable and just fucking deal with life. Because I need a beer. And I know I can't get one, so the only way I can is if hopefully I can be someone sees the desperation where they take up my offer. I guess you happen to be it, I suppose, but that doesn't make it right. Shit, I mean, you could probably have offered it to her being like, you look like you just went for some shit. Here, I could just, say this got stolen, or maybe I unintentionally, or, didn't realize I did not ring it up or something. Here, just take this, you could have just done literally, any other circumstance, And that would have been a little bit more noble, even if you didn't call the cops because, don't have the pigs around, right? Like, I get that kind of philosophy, too. Let's go. Like I said, bro, when you first brought it up, it immediately was like a what the fuck kind of situation. And then, yeah. Punishment is to walk down the street in your underwear and high heels. Unironically, he'd probably be into that. Watch him say, don't tease me with a good time about that. So, honestly, he probably unironically would be like, all right, I'll do it. I don't care. He literally... Has he actually done that before? I'm pretty sure he's probably done that before. He probably has. You know what, Harley? At least, your punishment was you got a little buzzkill for me lecturing you because that's what a friend does. And maybe you should kind of rethink about, an action like that to a certain extent. But, that's just me trying to legitimately be a friend. And don't worry, you'll be a mod again. You're just timed out. I still love you, bro, but be better, dude. Come on now. And you know what? If you literally, even while on shift and you're at work, do that as what Cass said, in high heels and underwear, and then send it to me on Telegram, I would unironically cash app you $100. Or give you $100. I don't know how I'd give you $100, but I would do that. But you need to actually confirm that with me, though. It has to be tonight, but you probably don't have high heels with you. So, damn. You know what? We'll put a pin on it. How about that? If you do it and actually send it to me, I will actually do it for you. Not even joking. I'll even show off the crispy Benji for you. I'll be like, here it is. She offered. I kind of assumed and said that from earlier. From what I was saying. I kind of figured she probably did offer. Still doesn't inherently necessarily make it right, but you went along with it, though. You could have just been like, hey, I'll pass, but I'll give it to you anyway because it looked like you've been through some fucking shit. Here, I'll help you clean up and give you a beer for the road because it looked like you've been through some shit. I mean, I suppose that does add the context where it's man, it ain't nowhere near as bad now, but still, it's... When she's all bloodied up and who knows what happened with that situation... It's just man, where does the mood for a blowjob ever come into that factor, even when she's offering it? Because in my brain, it literally would not be there at all. I'd be like, nah, you You've been for some shit. I ain't trying to like add to that or anything. Like, just take the beer and let me help you clean up and make sure you're all right and be on your way. Like, do you want me to get an EMT or something? You know, or like, I mean, I'll call the EMTs because tell them everything, but tell cops nothing. That's like the principle when it comes to like emergency services. Tell cops nothing, but you know, tell a EMT, you know, and a first responder when it comes to like an ambulance, everything, because they won't snitch. Like, legit. I mean, so it's like one of those things where it's like, call an EMT, be like, hey, yeah, she looked like she got hurt. I don't know the whole detail of the story. You know, she just looked like she probably hurt herself. And she came into my work just looking for some help and cleaning up. You know, I'm not a medical expert. Can you at least have someone check her out? Because an EMT will show up and they'll check her out. And then she could tell them anything, you know, she wants to say to them, and they'll help clean her up. And if it's really that bad, maybe go, you know, to the hospital. If not, at least help her up, make sure she's okay, and then go from there, you know. You know, fucked up my brain is. Well, that's why you at least need good friends like me to try to kind of like help, you know, I don't know, lecture you, be like, yo, bro, you know, don't necessarily have to go the routes, you know, that you make them go sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can still, like, you know, do some good shit without having, like, you know, the, you know, with that shit either, you know, but still, man, like, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, you know, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess we'll never know her weird, you know, crazy ass story and shit, you know, ultimately, but it's still kind of a weird pondering thing to me just because, like, damn. Like, what happened when she was, like, looking like that, you know? Like, what happened with that? Either way, I don't want to get, like, you know, on this forever, though. Definitely would, you know, just move things along. Hey, Beto. Oh, you want to be hanging back? Oh, good boy. Take shots. Yeah, take shots. Hey, Vito, yo, you take shots? Oh, yeah, take shots. Oh, God, what you wanna call? I'm a fucking workaholic. Big old Vito boy. You just a sweet, happy boy. You just love all the scritches and attention. You kind of miss Unc. You haven't been with Unc in, you know, it's docile a minute. You haven't been hanging with Unc. Unc, you choke big boy. Is that some Hank Trill I'm hearing? Shit.
Draco, on my hip, goddamn. You know that I might crash so
I already knew. Oh, there's actually been some more Hank Trill that, you know, posted up recently that I saw on my algorithm, and I was like, ooh, I need to check that shit out so hard. I haven't yet. I'll admit, there's actually one song that, you know, that popped up that was, you know, recent at the time. Like, it was like Hulk Hogan or something, or like, you know, or something like that. And I was like, this isn't really that good, in my opinion. But there's some like Dale Drizzle, some other stuff. Like, I think, you know, I don't know, maybe, you know, I kind of reconnect to the root kind of shit, you know, going on, where I'm like, I need to check out these songs. Because I'm a little bit of a sucker for some Hank Trill, I'm not going to lie. Especially with, like, this, with the new King of Hills series and shit that popped up with the revival. Ooh. I need to do like a rewatch where I like watch the 2 seasons back to back, because when I watch the new season, and I watch it just from there. But I also need to kind of remember some certain details and some stuff from the first season too. Mostly with certain details are like because I know I forgot what episode, but I know in the first revival season, like what happened with Luann is at least explained at some point. I forgot if it's like the first or like the second episode or something. But at least I know there's some explanation of that, because the actress that played her, the voice actress Brittany passed, so maybe they're holding it off a little bit until they find like a good actress to like replace her, for her to like come back as like a cameo for a bit, or at least kind of become a recurring character again. But I don't know. Hello, bro. Oh yeah, there's always gonna be love, but like I said, I always try to, remind you. It's like a good friend always at least calls out a friend, when it comes to some certain stuff and mistakes, but that doesn't mean it comes to hate or nothing. It's all love. So no matter what, there's love there, bro. I might have you in a little timeout corner, especially if Samad even don't do anything with it. You know what? Honestly, because you literally don't do shit with it at all. I mean, you've been timed out enough. It's all right. Just like, please, like, add better context to the story before, like, dropping it. You know what I mean? Because the way you elaborated that story, it's like you added the conclusion before like the beginning of everything. It's like you had the beginning, and then the conclusion. Like everything in between was just not there. Hence why I'm just like, what the fuck? Because it made it out to genuinely sound really fucked up. And frankly, still, but I suppose not as bad, because you were actually trying to help her out a little bit and kind of, fuck the cops, keep the pigs out of it a little bit. But still, man, like, it's like there's some like, come on, bro, like that didn't have to happen like that. I suppose on top of helping, make sure she's alright and giving her a beer or whatever, I suppose, I guess, but like, damn, bro. Do you want a little migration there, Vito? Oh, look at those ooze. Vito wanna... Oh, don't do that. I know, boy. Oh, you're okay, boy. I know what you want. I think Vito wants to WA-OK. He's literally giving me all the body language and all the like, kind of like, signs for it. So yeah, actually, what time is it anyway? It's a little after 4:20. Oh man, I was a little late for that. Damn, I should have paid attention. Damn. Oh no, yeah. He's back in here. He's like, yo, bro, Unk. He's circling like a shark. Oh my lord, Vito, what are you doing? I thought you were gonna open the door. I know what you want, bro. Is there just gonna be a bro night, for a walk? Is that what's happening? Oh, you literally. Oh, yeah, you literally are like, oh, well. I think it might be. It might just be a bro night. Because Jazzy gets to miss it all because he's with Daddy. You get to be an unk. It's just unking Nothing night. Oh, is that what we're having, Vito? Is that what we're having for the evening? Sweet boy. Big boy, the sweetest boy. Oh, look at his happy face. Look at his face. Vito boy, are you just a happy so? What are you doing? Excuse me, bro. What? Okay. Well, we migrated over here. Sweet boy, the sweetest boy. You sweet boy. Look at all that thickums. Look at all that thick chunk master floof. This Vito wanna have a. Oh, look at those ears. Oh, you just a boy. Are you just a boy? Are you just a good boy? Are you just a boy? Are you just a sweet boy? Are you just a good boy? Vito wanna. Does Vito want to? Vito, okay, buddy. I see what's going. Oh, Jesus Christ! Dogs are the best. They really are. Whoops. Marcus are immaculate. Well, he is mostly Shepherd, but he also has Border Collie and American Bully in him. But a lot of his markings are especially because of the Shepherd and his paws, especially for like those little like kind of little splash patterns, or because of the Collie. So he's got all sorts of stuff in him. He's a little super mutt. I mean, once we get into it, because the lease on this place is going to be, done by like sometime in January. And once we get an upgrade our pad, because like I'm having my dog being dog sit by my brother right now, because unfortunately there's literally just not enough space here, for 3 dogs. And frankly, it's already kind of a little overwhelming because of him, mostly with 2 of them. Jazzy's easy. He's a pill. He's a little bit of a pill. Having my boy, who's like a weird mix of him and Jazzy, that's it. And with the space, it's just, unfortunately, it's just, it wouldn't be able to work. As much as I would love to have my baby, my boy, to be here. But, that's why, especially because my brother I love, and, I'm glad that he's in a good space, being dog sat, over there, until we have a better space, to be able to have him, on top. Because, like, Zuzu, my dog, is always, Zukov has always been, pretty easy and good with, Vito and Jazzy. The Vito will get jealous, so he'll, like, kind of partly growl and whine a little bit, being like, why is he eating out of the food bowl? That's mine and Jazzy's. Mostly mine. It's really meant to be mine. Why is he eating out of it? Unc, Dad, why is this happening? He'll just be like mad and butthurt about it. And it was so cute and hilarious when shit like that would happen. And it's like, and Zukov would not even acknowledge it. He would just be like, I'm just eating food. I don't care. I'm hungry. Like, he wouldn't even acknowledge it because he's just a little prissy little princess. He is a legit princess boy. Like, honestly, straight up. Like, he is straight up pure princess bean. Like, straight up. And, oh my god. I mean, if you go back on my streams far enough, you will see some times with me and my boy. But, it's been a minute just because of all sorts of various circumstances. But now, at least, with the stability of things going on, it's just now, like, really on my brother to kind of, like, at least, like, communicate better so I could be like, can I, like, be with my boy and hang out with you, even, have a little sleepover, spend a night with you or something, like, like, but because of his work and his job and what he does, it's really fucking difficult. But even then, that isn't an excuse because he could still, I don't know, talk to me. Because he used to get at me for lack of communication, but now it's him being kind of lack of communication. I'm just like, bro, I'd hit you up. I'll be like, hey, what's up, bro? Like, even sometimes call you and be like, yo, why am I not getting an answer? Like, call me back, hit me up. Like, we'll talk about some things, and it doesn't happen that much. I mean, I got at least this weekend, so you know, not just that, but yeah, I'll hit him up and some other folks and shit. Get some things worked out, especially for my birthday coming up here pretty soon. Slowly but encroaching on 30. Not there yet, but just a little over 1 year away from that. Like, oh, good. Diva, yeah, Vito. It's not. Well, Vito kind of can be a little bit in his own way, but Zukov especially is straight up a little Vito, like a little diva, like little Zuzu diva, because like he will paw at shit. There's times he'll like I'll have his food bowl that sometimes he'll finish up eating, but he's like there wasn't enough for me. He'll just stare at the bowl and then he'll just like smack it, and then that bowl just goes flying. He'll stare at it and just stare at me and just like walk over to the bowl and just start pawing at it again. Or if it's sitting right back up like it did, because sometimes that would happen when he smacks it, he will literally just smack it again and then it'll just start flipping around. I'm just like, okay, Zukov, I get it. Like, because Jazzy and Vito do not do that at all. Zukov's the only one that literally, like, because one of the first things I taught him was paw, with the paw, and I think he now thinks that literally means, like, I want this now. So he will just paw at everything, which is honestly kind of cute and adorable. Even at the door, he'd be like, stare at you. Just be like, can I, like, leave? But at the same time, he will also like find himself in the cave, like in my bathroom or like at my old house or like when I streamed in my garage. He would literally like in the laundry room between the garage and the rest of the house, with the two doors that were there between the garage and the rest of the house, with the laundry room. He literally will like curl up, close the door on himself, both doors too usually, and then just hide in there like it's his own little cave and just literally just hang out in there and just be in a cave. And there were times when I used to like back when I worked at Safeway, like would come home from lunch breaks and be like, "Where's my dog?" And then I also have to go to the bathroom too because I'm like I also have to take piss. And then I would hear him in there, and I'm like, "Oh, I should have figured he's in the bathroom because he, for whatever reason, locked himself in there." And now I open the door, and he's like, "Dad!" And he's all excited. I'm like, "Hold on, Zukov, I need to take a piss. Hold up." I sit down. I'm like, Zuzu. And then I'm like, all right, buddy, while I'm taking my piss, I'll have to sit down, usually. So I'll be like, all right, come here, buddy. Oh, who's a good boy? And all that shit. While I'm doing my business, because he's just, like, he's locked in there, and I'm already needing to do my biz. Like, he's already going to be climbing all over me, so fuck it. I don't care. Once I'm, and after usually I'm done, I'm like, all right, get up here. Oh, you're a good boy. Oh. Start being a little rough. Like, oh, you're such a good boy. Then put it back down. I'm like, all right, hold up. Daddy's fish up. Sit back up. And I'm like, boy, get up here. And just like, picking up. And be like, oh, you're just a baby. Because he loves being picked up, for a little bit. He's a little jazzy like with that. You don't like it for that long. Like, he'll be fine with it. And he'll just be like, with his little paws like this, just like, I'm just kind of here. Oh, I'm here. Like he just kind of does shit like that. Such a sweet little thing. I will say the most recent update photos with him being dog step on my brother is like he's not like a Vito size because he is a little smaller than Vito, but he has like kind of plumped up like him a little bit. I'm like, oh, he's become a big he's become a big boy now. You might not be recognizable anymore, my boy. Because his unk, my brother, he has like two different unks. My biological unk, and then he has the unk of his biological, siblings with Vito and Jazzy. He has two different unks. And with this current unk, I'm just like, damn, it's probably being spoiled. Because my brother treats his, dog too, Cooper, really well with his golden retriever with like some really good quality food and shit like that. And I'm just like, man, he's been spoiled for so long that he's probably going to be more of a princess more than ever. Oh no. Oh, I was literally about to do that myself. Actually, wait.
You want to take them out?
Yeah, I actually was thinking. I thought it was weirdly enough. Like,
Yeah, go ahead. Fine.
yeah, like actually, I'm. I mean, I'm not gonna do it like right away, but yeah, I was literally thinking about doing that here really soon. As long as no one calls him Doggo, so cringy. Oh, I like to say Doggo too. I mean, come on. Yeah, well, I guess now it's both of you. I thought you were all going to be secluded with Poppy Jazzy. What are you doing, Jazzy? Don't be licking down there. You're disgusting. Jazzy, you're absurd. Hi, Chunk. Don't be trying to lick me after what you just did. Jazzy. Chunk, chunk. Sneezy chunk. Man, Auntie, I will say though, like that's a take where I think we have some disagreement. I think this is one of the first like fundamental like I literally just can't even agree in any metric. Cringy? Nah. It's not my fault that I have fur neph and fur niece and fur babies and shit, like, and their doggos and sweet beans. Like, at least I usually like to use other words like beans, and other shit. And oh my god, they're plop. Hold on, look at Vito's ass plop. It's so huge. His ass is so big. I got Jazzy over there doing the same thing. Oh my god. Absurd. And also I love how the one that I threw earlier because of Harley shenanigans, that pure I love how the one I tossed is just over there because they kicked it over. Oh my lord. Well. I thought it was, actually, I'm charged up. I can pick it off that fucking thing. We don't have to bounce it. There we go. That's a lot better. Not that it's gonna matter that much. Get one more little bowl ski and hang out a little bit more. See the last little message. I want to see if I will admit on to you. I kind of want to see if you got a little enforcement of this take of yours because I can't deny I find it diabolical. I find it a little absurd, a little sin, which is pretty insane. Yeah. Oof. Beautiful purple. Nice. I wish I could click my mouth like in the meme. To be fair, I think, I need a lot of moisture because it definitely probably wouldn't work right now. Yeah, it takes a certain like level of moisture. There's a certain technique to it, and I wonder what it is because whatever that was, that pop click thing that he did, and nice. I don't know if that could really fundamentally be replicated. I think that might have just literally been an anomaly of the, of just a virtue that you just had it. Just in the right moment, right time. It can't be replicated. Or at least I definitely can't do it. I mean, I could do like a decent click. I I can do that shit, but that's pretty much about it. That's pretty much about the goddamn it. And I tell you what. Let's bolt a little cloud, so I'm gonna make sure it is not cloud. It's pure stash shit. All you little babies. I'm sure you're all ready for Adventure Time. I thought it was just gonna be Vito, but now it is the duo chunks. Chunk Master Flute and Chunk Chunk. You all are like so anxious and ready to go. Oh my lord. Alright, we gotta get him out of here. We gotta get him out, folks. Wait, hold on. Before we wrap it up, hold on. Dude, he literally sitting there with his big old booty, just like, oh my god, that is adorable. Oh, sweet Jesus. That is actually adorable. Oh. Oh. Oh, they're so cute. Oh. Yes, you're a good boy. That was legitimately too fucking cute. Oh, yeah, we're highlighting that. That's actually, we're making sure that's a short. That's just too fucking cute. That was actually adorable. And you know what? That's a bow. That was just a beautiful bow right there. So we're gonna have this last little dank, and then give them their little Adventure Time for a bit. All that good shit. And I'm also gonna check up on like a couple different things, like my processing with the monetization thing, a few other things. I'm so excited to go on Adventure. Oh yeah, because they love Adventure Time Hulk. To be fair, I'm not gonna like do a long one with them. I'm just gonna kind of like walk them around like some of the green space, then like walk across the street, maybe walk up a block a little bit on one of the side streets, and then just walk them back. I'm not gonna do it for that long, but collectively it would probably be like 10 to 15 minutes, all together, which it'll be good. They had a good walk earlier today, and then he's doing it again. But they need a little like late night / early morning little walk. All that good shenanigans. Oh, Vito's literally tried so hard to look so cute to be like, come on, Oak. But is this a Stone Jesus or is this a? Oh, this is the Machine. I knew it was one or the other. This is like one of the songs that goes like so hard, but also goes so long. Love Stone to Rock, but Jesus Christ goes on forever. Anyway, but all that being said, with a nice, beautiful bow, peace is the fuck out. But of course, we shall see all that next one pretty soon. We'll never know. I got some things I gotta do.